Like the video, thumb up the video. Like the video, thumb up the video.
Sir, back up, please. Sir, you got to back up. Come on, be a human being. Back up, please. Come on. Can I be any more nicer? Can I be any more polite?
Come on,
back
man.
up.
No such thing as a white man being nice, man.
All right, you said that, right?
Yeah. Show me where y'all nice at.
I don't need to show
Come
you,
on, man.
I'm just asking to back up.
I'm back.
That bullshit that you've been told, and you need that info. Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV. Tune in to consciousness and watch the lies fold. Then you can let the truth flow. On Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV. When you feel that melanin about to explode, like you feel the wind blow. It's Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV. I know you got the truth, but you can get more, so you continue to grow. Sonetta TV, Sonetta TV.
I'm a rock squad up, magi archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. If you ain't Sonetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to blogs. Plan kill off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the sheets. Sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need no blunt to burn. You run the turf with 10 niggas on the block. That's a punt return. Ayo, Dolomite prototype soldier with the solar light. Saber and he hold it like he hold a mic. Golden ice pendants. Sipping on that overpriced poltergeist spirits. Ripping at the open mic. Spoke the nice lyrics like mama moved mean overnight. Golden motorbike holding on some Tron shit. That nice neon kit is on it. The king's libation with exotic liqueur. The queen's vibration like a Sada Shakur. A lot of the poor imported foreign threads they ain't got at the store. Nubian Kush and black top pottery jaws. 39% THC, the quality pure. Old rappers try to spit ain't hot as before. It's like I'm 5 flights above, bust the shots at the floor. Cats switch up their style when they ain't got it no more. Cause they gotta keep their product in stores to feed their kids. See what that weed did? The yes man agreeing on everything we said. I smell the mic like it's the love of my life. Don't get sliced and beat with the butt of the knife. Brother polite, I say I'm animalistic, cause I still be in the hood with my hand on my pistol. The Hebrews think I'm cannibalistic, E5 divination, channel the mystic, audio visionary. Let's play poetical Pictionary. Picture me burning down your missionary. Yeah, then I send you religion. That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. Invisible, independent, intrinsic shit. I'll bring it all to an end with indivisible gains. Charles Xavier, getting your brain. Mental anguish or manifesting physical pain. Wizard remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then I'm up out of this physical plane. Got military machinery that exercise, weaponized greenery. Shine at a jeopardize the scenery, son. Bruh, the beam 10 times your distance. Inclines convention. Stop rising with no trend line resistance. The parabolic breakout. I'm F-16 with the aeronautic fake out. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. That's who it is. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer.
What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God Killer in the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Man, we at Sarnetta Studios, man. What's good? Black News 102, man. We simulcasting, man, on the community of skeptics. We are skeptical of everything we hear. Y'all know what it is, man. What's good, family, man? Let y'all come in the building, man. 95,000 in the spot, man. What's good, man? You know we got that powerful event coming up, man. I'm hoping y'all getting y'all tickets, man. It's important, man. Y'all see what it is, man. Is the Kemetic priesthood, the prototype for the Levitical priesthood, man. It's going down tomorrow, man, 7 o'clock. Be in the building, man. $25. What y'all gonna do? Y'all know what it is, man. Welcome to the big leagues. Sarnetta production, man. We got Christina and Sister Nepal going into the gauntlet. Going into that ring, man. I hope they ready. Hope they prepared, man. We're gonna find out, man. Make sure that it's the inaugural event, man. Having two sisters up on the big stage, man. Summer jam, man. It's summertime. Man, been a wild week. Trying to tell you. Patience is a virtue. Y'all say the hell with that. Patience. Hell with it. Well, the hell with it then. How they said, talk your talk, but make sure you walk the walk. Man, let's let the people get in the building, man. All right. Up and down crowd, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Well, I see we got the people in the building, man. Ken and Wright, you know what it is. Black African Power, man. Flying high, what's good, man? Morpheus, what's up, man? Yeah. You are a skeptic of skepticism. Yeah, all right. Talk your talk, man. GR8, man, what's good, man? What it do, man? Regular Joe, what's up with you, man? I see you, man. 061. What up, man? What up with it? What's up, Master? What it do? IG, what's going on with you, man? IG, the great. Bam. I see you. I see you, Bay. Hey, don't worry about it, man. I don't do no lying, man. Y'all just be hating, man. What's up, Sister Sci-Fi, man? What's good? What it do? Miss you in the server. What's up, though? Yeah, we're going to keep it real tight. James Modest, man. Amin Ra Patal. We got the Egyptians in the building, man. Y'all know what it is. A lot of things going on, man. I see you, Daryl Holly. All right. So now I see what's up. Yeah, we're going to let the crowd come up in the building, man. We got some good information, man. Appreciate James. Appreciate you, James. James hit us with a good video to watch. Talking crazy. He was talking crazy. He was saying, yeah, got the video. Watch the video, man. So I got a good website to go with that video that James was talking about, man. All right. That's Neanderthal James. For y'all who don't know, I should have put his name in the title. Neanderthal James. All right. So, long week. The clock is ticking. In a minute, we're going to be able to see what it is. Y'all all waiting to see exactly what's going on with that situation. All right. Y'all want to figure out it's coming to an end. All right. Clock is winding down. All right. Those who understand patience understand. So when we dealing with anything, man, we want to make sure we get it right. All right. And that's basically what the community was supposed to be based off of, because we felt like we had to leave the communities we was part of because they wasn't getting it right. And they was messing it up. They was giving us with the flim flam bam bam, and they was putting us in uncomfortable situations, and they had us in cults and all kind of nonsense. They had us locked into religions that had exhibited oppression on peoples of color. And we felt like we needed to get away from that. We felt like our belief systems that we had gained through childhood had failed us. And so we wanted to step up with some high level of knowledge and high levels of character. And so we looked and we searched and we found the conscious community. Ain't that what they say? And we was looking back in time and looking at Africa. And we was figuring out this is where our ancestors came from. And so we wanted to be like them. We wanted to learn about them. And then some looked at Africa and said, no, we from America. And then some looked at Africa and said, no, we was the Hebrews. And then some just said, we from the stars. And they said all kind of things. But whatever it was you was looking for, you would understand, you would find it in the conscious community. And the reason we was in the conscious community because we wanted to know more and do better. And so I suggest you learn more and do better. Make a change in your life to better yourself first, then better your family second, then better your community third, and then help the world fourth. In that order. If you ain't working on yourself, man, then you ain't helping your family. And if you ain't helping your family, you can't build a strong community. You build a weak community. You build a community that has forgotten about their self. You build a community that's forgotten about their family. And you build a community that don't give a damn about the world. But we start with self, because that's always was the most important thing. Because if you ain't got you, then ain't nobody got you. So we look for character in individuals as we watch them on these screens. And we look for them to make the right decisions. Call out the fools and call out those who's doing the right thing. So we always want to stay on the path of keeping that shit real. All right. And for me, keeping that shit real is making sure I'm accurate in what I'm talking about out my mouth. Because you can't think you better than the Muslim, the Christian, and the Jew, right? And you say something that's wild and wrong and inaccurate, then why not just be in the spaces we was in? Because remember, we felt like those spaces wasn't accurate in what we was talking about and what we was doing, man. Oh, gods was good. Salute. All right. OG foreplay was good. Oh, man. So y'all know what it is, man. You say Black African power. Blacks ain't prehistoric. What? EP, what's good with you? Per Black, I see you. So you know we all come from different walks of life, man, going through different scenarios. And we find ourselves in these spots, man, this information. And at times it comes off as weird based off our level of understanding, man. If you've been around long enough, man, you already understand how I'm coming with it. I always want to come with accuracy. I see you, Black Alchemy, right? I always want to be able to present you something that you can look back and actually say, damn, I might not agree with it, but I see how I got there. And see, if you see how I got there, man, then you might could follow that way and maybe you'll get there. And you know I'm always talking about science, and then people will misrepresent it and call it the white man science. Let me be the first to tell you there is no such thing as the white man science. They stand on the foundation that comes from the very spot that all y'all love. A lot of y'all love Egypt and Kemet. All right. That's your favorite spot to go, especially when you enter into the conscious community. That's definitely your favorite spot to go. And to be top level. So I always want to keep you in that easy spot. I'm never going to teach you something that's going to take you away from who and what you are. It might not seem like, you might say, man, he always, nah, man, that's not it. Yo, take your time and be accurate. All right. So if I'm teaching you about science, and if I'm teaching you about being science literate, why would I do that? Because we felt like we was getting away from the white man. Ain't that how y'all said? The white man. We getting away from that. Why you taking us back? Huh? Why you talk about Charles Darwin? Why you talk about vaccines? Why you talk about this? Why you talk about that? I thought you was Black African power. I thought you was this. I thought you was that. Mm-hmm. Show you. Show you how people been fronting on y'all. All right. Definitely fronting on y'all. And I know. I sit there and watched it. All right. Sit there and been through it. All right. Let me see if I can pull this up. These 2 items I want to pull up. 2 items here. All right. And I always want to give y'all tools, man, that you can use in your everyday life, yo. Yeah. Not gonna give you something, yo, that is only gonna work for one individual, yo. Now, how could that be about family? All right. You think that be about family, right? All right. So, okay. So a lot of the community love Kemet. All right. And Sup Logic, I see you, man. Superstar in the server. Rock City, New York. 125,000 people in the building. Appreciate that support. All right. So, share the screen real quick. Get right into it. Shout out to James. James is wild. James need to take his time. All right. Mess up all the information constantly. I'm going to keep calling him on. I'm going to call him on it. Right. Somebody going to have to bow down. And I ain't stopping. All right. See, I always want to be in battle mode when I'm dealing with pseudos. You're never going to see me on a panel with a bunch of pseudos and I'm not addressing that. Might not like it, might think I'm always starting something, but I'm going to make you uncomfortable. All right. Go check that interview out with Ali Muhammad. I pop up at the end. Watch how somebody get real uncomfortable. So we right here. All right. If I'm talking about science and you hollering about the white man, and then I pull this up on you. Science is what? Now, we got a whole community that claim to love natural. That's the theme. Am I correct? That is definitely the theme of the conscious community. We love natural. We want herbs, we want spices, we want natural things. We don't want the GMOs. We want everything natural, fruits, vegetables. We want to be able to pick it from the trees. Am I correct? We want to know how it is to be natural. But yet we shame and run away from the very thing that would help you understand natural. And we do this through our ignorance. The title of the show is The Ignorant and the Knowledgeable. Let the wars begin. And so the ignorant will claim to be natural, but would fight to use religion to understand natural and not understand that religion is for the understanding of the supernatural. Human beings do not reside in the supernatural. They reside in the natural. I'm going to say this again. The ignorant will claim to seek to be all things natural, but yet attempt to use religion that purports to understand and explain the supernatural. The knowledgeable will understand that natural is dealing with the natural phenomenon or the natural forces. And the natural forces are explained through science. So science is the wisdom of understanding natural, and religion is the foolery of understanding the supernatural. I'm going to say it again. For those who seek to be natural but use supernatural, is foolery. Because if you really want to understand natural, where we all reside, then you got to deal with science. Because science is a neutral, rigorous, systematic endeavor that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about the universe. And you hear a lot of people talk about the cosmic this and the cosmic that. And we want to know about Mars and retrograde and astrology. And you hear him say it. Last time I checked, the heavenly bodies reside in the universe. And so the earliest written records of identifiable predecessors, you know where predecessor is, predating, come before, identifiable predecessors to the modern science. So the things that came before modern science is from where, y'all? From ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt was a civilization in Northeast Africa, and I always put emphasis on Northeast Africa. Situated in the Nile Valley. Ancient Egyptian civilization followed prehistoric Egypt and coalesced around 3100 BCE. With the political unification, see, there was a political unification, meaning they were separate, spoke two separate dialects. Unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under Menes. And so the predecessor to modern science comes from ancient Egypt and also Mesopotamia. And we talked about what it meant, what ancient Egypt and what Mesopotamia meant. When you put ancient Egypt, African civilization, and Mesopotamia, Eastern Asian, Western Asia civilization together, you get the Mediterranean. Most people don't understand that. I'm going to say this again. For correspondence in the Mediterranean, there was nobody there until ancient Africans and Mesopotamians met, because it was easy to convey ideas back and forth based off of the ocean that connected them easily. When they come together, they form what you would later on call, quote unquote, the Mediterranean. This can be verified through several sources. This is no debate amongst the experts. And make it clear, Nile Valley Africans brought culture to the brought culture to the Mediterranean. The culture didn't come to it because it wasn't no culture. And if you think it was, name the people that's in the Mediterranean. What's the civilization? What's the culture? What's the language they speak? And what's their name? You just don't have it. But what you do have is you have Mesopotamia and the Nile Valley coming together to form what would later on be the precursor to what? Rome and Greece. So they owe a debt to Nile Valley Africans and Western Asians. And so the precursor to modern science comes from ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. from around 3000, 1200 BCE. Their contributions to mathematics, astronomy, and medicine entered and shaped Greek natural philosophy of classical antiquity. This is important. This is why we study atheism. This is why we study the Greek philosophers in classical antiquity. Because it was forged out of the Nile Valley in Western Asia. So when you make the statements, black people not atheists, black people this and black people that, the statement would be it was the Africans that gave rise to Greek natural philosophy and classical antiquity. Not because I said it, because it's up on the screen and it's saying it. Medicine entered and shaped the Greek natural philosophy of classical antiquity, thereby formal attempts, watch this, thereby formal attempts were made to provide explanations of events in the physical world based on natural causes. See, this is a shift in thinking, y'all. How important is this statement? How valuable was that time in the lives of Homo sapiens sapien when the contributions to mathematics and astronomy and medicine entered and shaped Greek natural philosophy of classical antiquity, thereby formal attempts were made. See, formal attempts were made at this time in history, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the Nile Valley in Western Asia. Formal attempts were made to provide explanations of events in the physical world based on natural causes, not the supernatural, but the natural. And this is why we study science, because science is the study of knowledge and wisdom of the natural. And so formal attempts was made in this time in history to understand natural phenomena. We was already spooked out. Humans come on the planet spooky. And it took them all the way up to 3000, 1200 BCE to start to try to fight their way out of the spooky. So when people teach you religion and people teach you spookism, they trying to take you back. That's why we make the claim that we space age Africans, because we're culminating what the ancestors was attempting to do. What was they attempting to do? They was attempting to understand the world in this natural context. And for the life of me, y'all bang on me and throw tomatoes for that. And for me, I'm saying, man, that's wild. You claim natural, but yet refuse to use the tools of natural. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, knowledge of Greek conception of the world deteriorated in Western Europe during the early centuries, 400 to 1000 CE, of the Middle Ages, but was preserved in the Muslim world during the Islamic Golden Age. What in the hell is a Golden Age? Not the Golden Age of the Moors. That's just a book written by Ivan Van Serter. There is no such period. The Islamic Golden Age was a period of scientific, economic, and cultural flourishing in the history of Islam, traditionally dated from what? The 8th century to the 13th century. This is the Golden Age. The Nile Valley Africans reached 3 such Golden Ages: scientific, economic, and cultural flourishing. So Muslim world during the Islamic Golden Age, and later by the efforts of the Byzantine Greek scholars who brought Greek manuscripts from a dying Byzantine Empire to Western Europe in the Renaissance. So Western Europe was deteriorating, and they called it the Dark Ages. And they don't call it the Dark Ages because people was in the caves. This is misinformation. They called it the Dark Age because books and things of that nature and literature wasn't being produced at a high level. Now you get accurate information. Don't throw the damn tomatoes. Because I know we got it honest. It's a recovery and assimilation of Greek works and Islamic inquiries into Western Europe from the 10th to 13th century, revived natural philosophy, which was later transformed by the scientific revolution that began in the 16th century as new ideas and discoveries departed from previous Greek conceptions and traditions. The scientific method soon played a greater role in the knowledge creation and it was not until the 19th century that many of the institutional and professional features of science began to take shape, along with the changing natural philosophy to natural science. This is where the damn rubber meets the road. How wild can you be to talk reckless about science when science came from the very thing you claim you want to go back to understand? And when I take you back to understand it, you start tripping. Y'all gotta stop tripping. Don't know black people not believe. Yeah, I know. That's what they told you. They told you you was the most religious, the most spiritual, and didn't even give you a definition. Whole thing is interesting to me. The conversation itself is counterintuitive. Should have asked yourself, why they continue to say we was the most spiritual and not the most scientific? It was your African ancestors, yo, that gave the world that. Why are we at it? Why are we in this brief teaching? History of the scientific method. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you to the history of the scientific method. At this point, we on fire, and you wondering what the hell is going on. I thought science was the white man's. Come to find out, it's an African thing. It's the Western Asian thing. I thought the Mediterranean was some Mediterranean people. Who knew? So we go to the scientific method because this is what makes science science. The development of rules of scientific reasoning has not been straightforward. I know it ain't been hard. It's hard. That's why what I'm talking about, what I'm doing is hard, y'all. Very easy to be misconstrued because they gave you a history of being the most spiritual the whole time, taking away from your real birthright. That was to push and prod your imagination to the point where you would understand the natural world, not from the basis of your spirituality, but from the basis of your empirical data that you could reproduce to understand the world you lived in. And so it's the ancient Egyptian, once again, early methodology. Methodology. It says, watch this. See, we bringing it home. There are few explicit discussions of the scientific methodologies, in surviving records from the earliest culture. The most that can be inferred about the approaches to the undertaking science in this period stems from descriptions of early investigations into nature. See that? Humans were starting to really investigate the natural causes of the world they live in. Instead of seeing the world through mythology, they was fighting. That believing brain, that believing mind will keep you stuck for thousands of years, for 350,000 years, man. You fought for 350,000 years to get out of your way. Up to 350,000 years ago, humans still believe they came from their own cultural stories. The Egyptian medical textbook, the Edwin Smith Papyrus. It's the Edwin Smith Medical Papyrus, ladies and gentlemen. 1600 BCE. And I know it was earlier. Probably was a copy of it. Applies the following components: examinations, diagnosis, treatment, prognosis, to the treatment of disease. So they was examinations, and they was diagnosis, treatment, and prognosis to the treatment of disease. So when you turn your face and nose against high-level medical science and claim to be turning away from what the white man gave you, or the white man pharmaceuticals, or the white man medicine, you're actually turning away from what your ancestors was pushing to get the world to, because they was actually making diagnoses and examinations and treatment and prognosis, as opposed to just running around eating herbs and spices. And by the way, the Egyptians were the masters of the herbs. The Greeks talk about these things, how developed their system of herbs was in medicine. But little did they know they was developing a scientific method. And it goes on to say, it says, which display strong parallels to the basic empirical method of science. And according to G.E.R. Lloyd, played a significant role in the development of the methodologies. The Eber Papyrus also contains evidence of traditional empiricism. By the middle of the first millennium BCE, Mesopotamia, Babylonian astronomy had evolved into the earliest example of scientific astronomy, as it was the first and highly successful attempt at giving a refined mathematical description of astronomical phenomenon. Man, my damn phone ringing, man. Why are they doing that? 1 second. Man, we back. Where was I? I don't know about that Black Egypt shit. I don't know about all that, yo. I don't know about that. Know about that one. That's a little bit overextending. Won't get me down. Won't put me in the realm. So, we was talking about the development of medicine and astronomical developments, and we know the oldest for real is the Noptoplaya. All right. Okay. You can read, there's a couple good articles on it in Discovery Magazine. And if you so choose, you can go to Wikipedia, some great articles on that. Oldest in the world, 6,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago. All right, that's 5,000 BCE. That predate the Mesopotamian thing. So it's important though. All right. And I read in the chat, and it was a good one. It was a good point to make, right? Hey, where you at? Juju, you supposed to be up here. Chef stay in ignorance too. He do. I'm gonna call you out when you ignorant, yo. I'm gonna call you out. Gotta call you out when you ignorant. You ignorant. Yeah, you spit the hairs. You ignorant. I gotta call you out on that. Got to. I think anybody that really study and research clearly understand that the Egyptians are not our direct ancestors, but they're definitely our African ancestors. Absolutely. There's no getting around from that. Simple as that. There's no getting out of that. There's no debating that. That's not even up for debate. I say again, the Egyptians, the Nile Valley African Egyptians are not our direct ancestors, meaning our direct ancestors come from where, y'all? West and Central Africa. We clearly understand that. Anybody that really study clearly understands that. But to try to play the game any kind of way else is wild. That means you're trying to be very, very deceptive, and you're trying to really, really fake us out. See, because we clearly can read and we clearly understand what it means to be African. But that's the game people play for attention. So I'm calling all niggas out going forward. I'm calling niggas out. I'm not even playing with niggas. I'm calling them out because they play. And they could never do what you do, but yet they play. I'm calling James out for promoting complete foolery. I'm calling you out because I can, because it's easy to do it. Anyway, so now, so we did that one. Okay. I see you, DQ. Juju, where the hell you at? Man, like and subscribe, man. No diplomacy. I see you. I see you win. What's good? I see you all day. What you want me to explain, Mr. Alchemy? You know we do no running around here, yo. We support our thing, man. I think a person said about herbs, and I'm trying to the point I was making was, yo, they was moving in a direction where you could tell whether the damn herbs was working or not. The hell wrong with you? All right. So if you're trying to make prognosis, right, and you're trying to put down a methodology, yo, you could actually see if the damn herbs work. The problem is that y'all go against the information to say the herbs don't work on this and the herbs don't work on that, but it may work for this and it may work for that. That's the issue. The issue ain't the damn herbs. It's the misappropriation of the damn herbs. We know aspirin work, right? And that's clearly coming from nature. We understand aspirin actually work. And they know how much aspirin to take, when to take it, how many to take a day. Why? Because they put the scientific method on it, right? They put down empirical data that will tell us that. And so the Egyptians was trying to work on it. They hadn't quite got there yet, right? They hadn't, because the medical papyri, right? Although inside of the medical papyri, look, let me get right here. All right. Let me get this right here. Right? Showed us many times. Illustrated atlas of the human body, right? You can get it for $5, Barnes Note, right? This is what they was trying to do. Look. So, medical milestone. Talking about the medical milestone. All right, medical milestone. All right. Fourth millennium. Humans have been trying to understand and treat every manner of body ailment. All right. Here are a few examples of achievements in medical first along the way. So, what you presuppose to be white is really not that. So, in this back of this book, it gives you medical milestones. Okay. And they go to the continent of Africa first, right? To give you a medical milestone. You see the papyrus there, right? All right. Man. And the papyrus clearly says, it says the Edwin Smith papyrus written in ancient Egyptian about 1900 to 1600 is the earliest known medical literature. So they were starting to make medical literature. And it says right here, because this is the back of the book, as they glorify Africans. All right. That's in hieratic, the cursive script. It says the Edwin Smith papyrus written in ancient Egyptian script, 1900, is the earliest known medical literature, consisting of 48 case histories. If it describes the condition and diagnosis of treatment in a rational and systematic way. This is where the rubber meets the road at. For the first time, they're starting to look at stuff in a rational and systematic way. That's not how we do it in the community with the herbs. It's definitely not rational, and this shit ain't systematic. Simple as that. I'm going to say it again. It's not rational because you're in the middle of a damn pandemic. How in the hell is it rational to take some damn herbs that hasn't even been through the proper channels, that hasn't even been through the proper procedures? That's definitely not rational. And it's not systematic because you don't even know how much of that shit you're supposed to take. Right. That's the point. In Africa, they was trying to get to that. Meaning they wasn't trying to add the prayers into it. But if you look at the Edwin Smith medical papyri, right, and you go down, you'll find some gods on there because they hadn't quite separated yet. And I hear the mistake. Well, we don't separate our science from our religion, our gods. They didn't. No, they was trying to do it, but they hadn't quite got there. That's the difference with what the Europeans did. They got there. They separated that. So what you seem to think was actually an advantage, right, of keeping your science and religion together, at the end of the day, it became a disadvantage because it spooked you out. And you couldn't make rational decisions. And that takes us to this. All right. Because this is where we really wanted to get to. We wanted to get right here, then I'm going to open up the panel and let y'all wild out. As long as you don't get disrespectful. All right. We use Discovery Magazine, man. Discover, man. What is scientific literacy? Because this is what we're really pushing for. We're pushing for this. What is it? This is why we teach this in the community. Scientific literacy is the knowledge and understanding of scientific concepts and processes, look, y'all, required for personal decision making. Who knew? And participating in civic and cultural affairs. See? And economic productivity. It also includes specific types of abilities. Okay? It's in the National Science Education Standards, the constant standards defined scientific literacy. I want you to really focus in on this. It's important to understand scientific concepts because the charlatans live amongst you. And scientific literacy is a vaccine against those charlatans. And those charlatans will captivate your mind. Those charlatans will scam you out your money. Those charlatans will stay right there with you. And you don't even know it until you get this. And then you can identify who the charlatans is. That way you won't give them your money. That way you won't hound he's scamming. Let me give you an example. Why would you give a person $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7,000 that you can't even look up what school they went to even get the degree to even be able to give you something that would help you be an investor? What's their background? Do they have degrees in financing and investment? And what jobs have they had? This is part of scientific literacy, so you can understand what your personal decision making on who the hell to give your money to. And see, this is why I gave the community scientific literacy, to protect yourself against the damn charlatans, so we won't find ourselves in the situation we're in now, fighting, howling, screaming over charlatans. To protect our babies from predators, to protect our babies from cults. Scientific literacy goes a long way because it's the concepts and processes required for personal decision making and participation in civic duty. What is your civic duties? What are your cultural affairs? How about this, ladies and gentlemen? How about this? Economic productivity. So if you're giving the church $500 a month, $250 a month, but don't got burial insurance, you're horrible with your economic productivity. What are your cultural affairs? What are your civic duties to your community? Do you understand your community? Where do you go to put a red light in your community? Where do you go to clean up the drugs in your community? Where can you get loans? Where can you get monies and grants to help rid your community of drugs? Is it a such thing? How well do you read? Reading comprehension. Are you putting your community in a position? Shout out to Dr. Oyamaya. To up the standards of literacy in your community, because we know that 80% of juveniles in juvenile facilities are illiterate. And we know if they go to prison and serve time and get literate, they're more likely not to return. Why not raise the level scientific literacy in your community as youngsters? Shout out to Q Butter for having a science fair. Raising the literacy level in the community is one of the first things you can do to lower crime. That's why scientific literacy is essential for survivability in 2023. Yo, check this out, man. We space age Africans, man, and that's how we fight that, man. See, we want to eliminate ignorance. Now, some of y'all just willfully ignorant. Y'all just wow. Yeah, y'all just don't care. Don't want to know. Only want to know what you know. Only want to have what you got. Only want to be right. You don't fight to make sure the information is right for the community. You just want to be known. You want to take advantage of situations. You want to put certain names in the titles to get certain views at certain times where certain topics are hot. Get them views. I find that to be very interesting. And so you fight against science and you fight against literacy because you know once the community start to get educated off science and scientific literacy, then they can call your ass out with that bullshit. And then they will no longer give you your money, so you can't take their damn money. Y'all spent years getting conned by Dr. Sebi. Now, that's not just us, y'all. Y'all spent years putting Dr. Sebi picture up there with Martin Luther King, Mega Ebbett, and Malcolm X, yeah, I'm saying, and all them. Noble Drew Ali put his picture up beside the greats. Y'all don't even know what the hell the greats is, and I'm gonna call you out on it. Mix and match rappers that went to jail for rape. Oh, they up there with Martin Luther King and them. How dare you? Y'all tripping. Call Shikant the Diop pseudo, this man in the Met Museum. Y'all be tripping. We can't even make sound decisions on who's supposed to be, yeah, I'm saying, on the murals of being great. Man, you can have your great athletes, right? You can have your great rappers, okay? So if you're going to move your great rappers over there with Martin Luther King and them, like civically, what did they do? You know what I'm saying? Like did they music? What was their music? So we can kind of talk about Public Enemy and them a little bit. How was their music? How did it influence the culture? Did it, or was it just the hip hop culture? Was it the music genre? Did it transcend that? We can talk about that. Yeah, but there's levels to this shit. You can have some good football players, yo, but that don't mean they in the Hall of Fame, y'all. And y'all don't know how to separate that. Yeah, you got people that clearly got the gold jacket, and y'all put people that was just good players in that motherfucker. I'm just trying to let y'all know. Because y'all ain't studied hard enough to recognize that. Y'all just don't see it. If you think that Dr. Sebi should be beside Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and them, yeah, you're crazy. Yeah, you're gone. You're not there. Right. It is what it is. I said it. And you can't read. Because you can just pull the record. See, I ain't saying nothing. See, I can pull the record. See, when it's time for me to say something, I just pull the record. I can pull the record. We can read the court transcripts of Dr. Sebi. He took a plea. You let he take a plea. See, then he come on the show, right? Talk about how he won something. Beware that. Beware of those who take a plea and claim to have won something. Beware of that. Behold, we are aware of that. Keep your minds right, y'all. Stay focused. Stay focused. We focus over this, bitch. We focus. We here. Where you at, Juju? Nah, yo, you and James ain't the only one to get called out, yo. I just can't think of nobody right now, yo. Reggie. Oh, the what? Reggie crazy, man. Yeah, we here, man. Yeah, man, we here, man. We're gonna stay undefeated too, y'all. I'm waiting for the next debate. The next debate is the evolution, man. Somebody ain't gonna jump and get beat down. I already know it. Yep. I already know it. Somebody jumping on the window, yo. Where you at, Juju? I don't know why you hit that link, Juju. Juju. Yeah, Shaka almost wild out. And do we got on makeup? Is Shaka almost wearing makeup? There you go, Chef. Just called out Shaka almost wearing makeup, yo. Yo, believe me so much if he just got on the makeup and shit. Yo, y'all wild out, yo. That's tripping. Yeah, I like this comment right here, yo. Hey, I like that, yo. Yeah. But I see you got that Asiatic on your thing, that's an Asiatic right there, bro. On your profile picture, yo. Just for the record, yo. Just for the record, yo. You're not a great scientist. Well, no shit. The hell wrong with him, yo? That nigga stupid. See, we got stupid, ignorant amongst us. Play too much. That's why I stealth the chat. The chat will get you in trouble. The chat will have you thinking somebody, I done banged on people in the chat, be like, dang, when they talking about me, I ain't know. That's why you guys get out the chat. Chat move fast. And yeah, peanut gallery, yo. No. He says, how do you validate anything from 500,000 years ago? How you don't know they can do it? That's the point. Good study rocks. Study the process of thermoluminescent radiocarbon dating, which does not go to half of 500,000,000 years. All right. But you got radioactive isotopes that decay at a constant rate. All right. Lead-238, I believe. Not lead. Uranium-328, I think it decays to lead-206, right? Or it's even the other way around. And it has a half-life of 4.5 billion years, bro. Why we talking? I see you a little spooked out. They're a little spooked out right there, man. Why is he spooked out, man? Spooked out. And we about to get on James's head too, James, because James, look, check this out, man. Look, turn back, bro. It's not going to be good for you. Calling out. It really ain't fair, though. It ain't fair. I'm going to leave him alone because it ain't fair. But I'm going to get him today, though. I'm going to definitely get him today. Shock Outmost, knock it off. Knock it off, yo. Don't go cuss me out because I ain't cuss you out. I'm just saying, yo, knock it off, yo. I got the kids watching, yo. Juju, where you at? Oh, I gotta give you the link. Let me give you the link. Let me put the link in the thing too. Let me put the link in here, man. I think I got my. Hold on. How long was I run my mouth? Damn, I rocked out for an hour. Okay. Think I got my point in. I'm sure I got my point in. Yeah, my fault. Yep. Going in the server. I like to give the dum. Oh, put it in there. Been getting a lot of weird phone calls too. A lot of people calling. Ignored a lot of niggas' phone calls. I seen you. I just didn't answer it. Shouldn't be calling me. Different. I cut you off. You know I cut you off. Yep. My man don't know 500. Man, come on, yo. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Serial killer. What's good?
Peace. You are hilarious. What you say? You not answering the phone?
Hell nah. Nigga, you know you ain't supposed to be calling me, nigga.
Right?
Don't be texting me neither, nigga. I seen it, nigga. Wild ass coons from the moon came to earth too soon. What's wrong with
Oh
him,
my
DG?
goodness.
Right. I don't play. I don't do all that, yo, because I'm a cordial guy, man. I can
know.
pretty much get along with anybody, man. Yo, hit that link though, proof and evidence.
Adil Hewley say we quit school because of recess. We don't play around here.
I like this guy right here though, yo. He sound like he want to get beat down. Gigi, what do you say, Julanda? As what?
Unk as
Geneticist, biologist,
geneticist. He can't
anthropologist,
spell.
yeah, he can't even
Biologist,
spell.
anthropologist, linguist, you
You
name
name
it.
it.
He that the modern day Imhotep. You can't think it's possible, especially wiki.
Wiki, 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 wiki.
He
I
even do
bet
it
y'all
right.
can't get paid. Look,
He ain't
why
even
would
do
I
it
break
right.
out the journal of Science and Nature when nigga can't even comprehend Wikipedia?
I gotta
Think about that. Like, why would I do that? I argued with a dude for 3 hours on a scientific article that he didn't even understand. To this day, James don't understand a scientific article in literature he reading. To this day.
still.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Oh, you didn't drop it in there yet. Proof evidence has also stated that exact question in other chats concerning you.
What?
So I feel like he has a
What?
lot to say or get off his chest. I don't.
He ain't got nothing to get off his chest.
Weird.
Come in here with it. We're probably wearing makeup or something. Thinking he age yet.
I'm done. I'm not gonna do it.
Spooked out and shit. Think he from North
Man.
America somewhere. Think he want to holler at me.
Lord.
So let me do this real quick. And I'm gonna drop it. Yeah, I said I was gonna drop the link. Let me drop the link in here. Let's have some fun tonight, man. I want y'all to get them damn tickets, man. Let me see how many tickets sold, man. Y'all get them tickets, man. Let me put that in there for y'all.
Christina,
James ran his mouth, right? James ran his mouth. Did he not run his mouth? Did James not do? Look, this is what James pulled up on us with. What? They changed the tax. I say, yo, where is the evidence that they're gonna be changing the taxonomy, yo? Where that paper at? Well, I got it. They're gonna change it. I got it. He was confident, wasn't he, Juju?
Extremely.
Oh my goodness, he was confident, yo. And he threw this at it. This is what he threw, yo. He threw this. Look at this. That's what he did. Look, he did do it. He did it. I was like, oh, James, really, boy? Really? Yeah, I mean, and this dude will definitely give you good ass sword. You be like, oh man, yo, so yo threw this at us. Let me share the screen for y'all real quick. And then I'm gonna get to you, Mr. Rich. How do you do? What's up, man?
No diplomacy. Peace.
Here you go. Y'all see this, right? Ladies and gentlemen, it's James. This is what James gave us, right? This is an excellent video. I suggest y'all listen to it. Now, if you don't understand evolution and you don't understand humans, it's going to confuse you.
It will.
All right? Great video. World Science Festival. Great video. And we see that James is in the chat. Look, he was actually in the chat. This video.
Stop.
Yeah, and he pulled up a timestamp. Yo, I appreciate James. But even more, if you go down into the section underneath of the video, right? They got a let me show y'all a website. Now, when you're doing your research, right? These are the people on the panel. Sheila, Shalom, all right, see a paleontologist, right? That's a paleontologist. Then you got Rebecca, she's a what's this? Yeah, biological anthropologist, right? And then you got an archaeologist, okay? My fault. Paleogeneticist, all right? Paleoanthropologist, biological anthropologist, and archaeologist. These are 4 different fields. All right. Everybody know Brian Greene. Okay.
Yeah, we know Brian Greene.
Book Believe in Brain.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite books. So I say, is this what James offering?
He's not finna die by his sources. Please
I said,
don't.
is this what James? I said, damn. And I watched it 4 or 5 times to make sure. I say, James not gonna understand this. He's not gonna understand this. He's not gonna understand the language, he's not gonna understand the word, and he's gonna mess it up.
He messed it up.
Right? He's not going to understand when scientists are offering their personal opinions, right? When scientists are offering maybe some of their work and how they feel about things, right? And things they can actually verify. He don't understand none of that. But let's play the clip real quick, and then we're going to get right into it. Because I'm going to bang on him. Wait till I get to the pseudo killers, yo. Wait till we get there. But I want y'all, let me put this in the chat, because I want y'all to have at this, man. This is top level source material here, man. And the way we really do it is, man, we looked up each individual here to give you more information on them, especially her, man. Rebecca was kind of, she was real, yeah, she was kind of serious, yo.
It was that the one with the really curly hair?
Yeah, yo, she was kind of really, yeah, she was there, yo.
Yeah, I watched
is
it.
one of the foremost biological anthropologists who work with the fundamental reshaping our understanding of how we have evolved to be diverse humans we are today. Excellent work. Okay, the Department of Archaeology at the University of Cape Town, UCT, co-director of UCT Human Evolution Research Institute. Our studies focusing on identifying how evolutionary forces, including, look, hybridization through gene drift to gene flow, contributed to human evolution in ways long ignored by paleoanthropology. Fire.
So, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So was I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid, right? I'm still learning, right? So was James confusing out of Africa theory with out of Africa model?
No, he was even worse than that, because that's basically the same thing. He was he doing all that, but watch this. I'm gonna play it. Then he just confused though. He's confused.
Okay, because I got my own synopsis. I watched it,
What
but
you got?
well, being that like the theory stands, the model is like showing you, why the theory is what it is, and I felt like her comments he misinterpreted.
And let's see, because she has to use the word specifically theory if she's talking about the theory. If she doesn't use that, then you gotta know what she's talking about.
She doesn't say it at all.
Well, she's not talking about the damn out of Africa theory. Okay. Right? She's talking about because humans come from Africa. Did you get this? Listen, y'all. When scientists are talking about humans, they're not talking about Homo sapiens sapiens, not unless they say Homo sapiens sapiens. I'm gonna say this again for y'all. When you're sitting down with biological anthropologists and archaeologists, and they talk about humans, you gotta ask them, what humans? See?
Facts. It's not just one.
You can't just say, oh, they talking about Homo sapiens. No, when they talking about the species Homo sapiens sapiens, they say it. When they talk about Naladi, when they talking about Dragon Man, when they talking about Denisovan, when they talking about Homo erectus, they say it. See? They say it. James doesn't know this. Can somebody tell James that they're talking about Homo sapiens sapiens when they say Homo sapiens sapiens? All right?
Facts. And they were very specific in this video who they were talking about every time.
Well, depending on how long you've been following us, John Hawkins, about 10 years ago, we talked about how, and I'm pretty sure people have heard me say that Homo sapiens sapiens really is a collection of ancient humans. Have you ever heard me say that?
Diversity.
So I've been, no, watch this. Homo sapiens sapiens, right, are actually, right, and now they're coming around to really, so in science you have ideas that are on the frontier, right? And They talk about them, but they don't got enough evidence yet. But they making predictions, and so they predicted that Homo sapiens sapien is really a collection of more archaic humans, right? Now they realize that Homo sapiens sapien is a collection of ancient humans. You get it? Now they can start to prove it and verify it. And so this is the conversation here, right? And they talk about these ancient humans and how it wasn't just humans going to conquer this and conquer that, right? Because, you know, Homo erectus did come out of Africa, right? Homo sapiens sapien did come out of Africa, right? Homo denisovans didn't, and Homo neanderthal didn't, okay? And so your forehead comes from an ancient human. The way your jawbone sits on your face, your flat face, right? There were ancient humans that had certain features, and you actually kept some of those features. They can see it in your genes now. See what I'm saying, Juju? We done talked about this 8-9 years ago. So I was fully aware of the conversation they was talking about. So let's play that. First of all, what's going on, Mr. Rich? What's on your mind, though, brother? And I see Anthony
Hey,
Bowman.
hey, peace, Jolanda, peace, Unc West. What's going on, man?
Peace.
How you doing, man?
Hey, the other day on Sonetta, you was Dr. Ali Muhammad was on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yo, we gotta do an evolutionary chart on Dr. Ali and show his evolution from one scam to the next.
Stop.
It's like now we have design the type of child you want to have. It's like he be trying to find those niche and it be money driven, bro. All the time. All the time. And you said he's a dedicated pseudo sophisticate.
That's what he is. He's your own doctor's office.
And that's another thing. He said the Aboriginal School of Medicine.
Right.
Really?
He does.
Really?
Really.
And you have this community. I mean, I can see why you say the unconscious, because it's supposed to be the conscious community, but these niggas is dumb.
Yeah, they're not up on it.
How can't they just see this, man? The shit is clear as day. I mean, come on.
I mean, well,
And Dr. Sabi, I agree with you when you said Dr. Sabi, because I have receipts on that. I knew someone who went to the island in Honduras back in the day, like in the 90s when that shit was really hot. You know what I'm saying? Nobody read the court papers, like you said. And I used to believe in it. It's like, yo, we all been pseudos at one time, but sometimes, you know, at a certain point in time, the truth is undeniable, undisputable. So after that, what is it after that? After they see the truth, right? And they keep going in the same goddamn pseudo ways.
The scam.
What is that?
Scam. They scamming your real estate and your brain. They scamming your pockets and claiming and just talking and sound good though.
Yo, how they say how that sound? Fucking silky words, yo.
They ain't good at it.
Silky words.
They definitely good at it. They're good at that. Anthony Bowman, what's
and
up,
Chef,
man?
And one last thing to Chef, yo. Egypt,
What up?
indigenous population. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, bro?
What's up with you?
Yo, Egypt, indigenous population was homegrown African.
Thank you.
There's no way getting away around that. Not Mediterranean.
That.
None of that. None of that.
Okay.
And
That's
people
it.
should study geography and see how big Africa is.
And see that the Mediterranean is part of it. I mean, if y'all deny that, then I just
Homegrown Africans, bro. Deny that.
I never did.
Okay, there we go.
But why would you deny the Mediterranean?
Because Mediterranean is not even in the picture, man.
Oh my God. Okay.
At that time, because the people was of Ta-Nehisi. Just like I said to Corey. We've been doing this shit for months. And it's like we ain't learning nothing.
See, no, Chef, no. and Corey should know that ain't no Mediterranean before Nile Valley and Western Asia, yo. They come there and they meet there. And out of those two competing cultures, yo, it forms the Mediterranean culture, yo. Which has a lot to do more so with trade and commerce and not the individual.
I don't have no problem with nothing you just said.
Right. I'm just saying, so that's how hard we study over here. Mr. Rich got to get that, though. You just be getting them. Remember, we made a concession a long time ago. When you say such and such, tell them that, because all we can hear is that when you say that. Remember we did that?
Absolutely.
Like
hold on, dog.
Homegrown, they can't get around that.
No, but some shit you gotta always explain when you say it, right? So if you say that our African ancestors, right, you got to clarify, but whoa, the Egyptians aren't our direct ancestors, yo.
Right.
You gotta say that. If you don't say that, then you scamming.
Right.
You gotta say, yo, we're predominantly a Western Central Africa.
Central Africa, yo. I got people from the Congos.
Right.
Understand my DNA.
Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? That's how that's gotta roll. You gotta roll it like that, yo. But everybody don't do that, yo. They play the in-betweens, though, Chef. So I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm doing the best I can do, yo.
No,
that's all I can do.
Listen,
Yep.
I agree. I be being an asshole, but it needs to be, and somebody got to do it. You feel me? Somebody has to do it. If the community and if Black people and their information is gonna move forward from the 1970s, somebody gonna have to be an asshole. I'm sorry.
I thought you was doing that, G, and that's why I ain't even mad.
Yeah, I take that on, because a lot of people are gonna have to go kicking and screaming to upgrade their information, and it's gonna be a point in time where somebody gonna have to drag me along kicking and screaming to upgrade something that I refuse it. Like I'm still beef over people being Black. I haven't moved off of that position yet.
Mm-hmm.
You feel? It's just something in me. It's not going to allow somebody to take Black away from me. It's just like y'all won't allow Egypt to be taken away from y'all. I'm not ready for Black to be taken away from me. So we
I don't know how you can correlate the two.
I don't. Like this, yeah, that sounds like.
Hey, Chef, hold on, Chef. Watch this. Watch this, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you consider the Egyptians Black, Chef?
Do I consider there were probably some Black Egyptians?
Okay, that's what you want to say.
People that I consider Black. Mm-hmm. I think it was some people that I consider Black in Egypt. Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the Nubians? Nubian population?
No, why they gotta be? If they are in Egypt, right, and they're Egyptian, right, the same way you have Black people in the United States, and they are American, and they've been here since the founding of the United States, then they will be Americans too.
Okay.
The same way you would have people that we would consider Black in Egypt, and they were Egyptian by that mere fact they was there from the inception of Egypt. But was Egypt a majority Black civilization like we'd say Ghana or Songhai or no, I don't believe that.
All right. All right, so you semi-scamming.
How can you say not take Black from you?
Hold on, let me say this though. Let me hit you something that's real smooth though. So Hawaus out of his mouth will say that the 25th.
That's my man. That's my man.
Black. It was Black.
Right.
Right. But when you study, yo, there ain't never been a time where the 25th dynasty type of person was not in Egypt. There's never been a time where you could look on the archaeological record when they look at the skulls and all that. They always said that Diops, everybody always said that the issue was how much, right? That was always the issue, right? That's it, right? And then once you move past race, right, then you got to call them homegrown indigenous Africans. And then you got to understand why Diops didn't win the conference, because he said the majority of Egyptians was Negro. right? From the time of their inception, except for some Indo-Europeans that came in the pre-dynastic time. This is his argument. That's why I read his argument for everybody. So that shouldn't be up for the discussion, right? But they rejected that argument, right? Because they were saying there was just no evidence that it was just the Negro stock in there. Negro meaning black. They said there's no evidence of that it was always different mixtures of Africans ranging in all different skin color, right? And you know me, you always went back and forth for this. I said, yo, but UNESCO is responsible for one of the first statements against race. And so,
Facts.
so you're not going to be at a scientific conference, right? And start promoting race. So saying the Egyptians was white or black is actually race promoting, which is in direct violation of them making a scientific statement, because it's a scientific statement that race is a social construct put together by scientific bodies, right? So you can never say that, but what you could say is that they was indigenous Africans ranging in all skin color. Indigenous, to let you know there wasn't no outside population that actually came in and made the spot. That's not to say that it wasn't outside population that migrated in, because I just wanted everybody to know they didn't even know they was in Africa. Lord knows they didn't know when they stepped over the line that went from Africa. They didn't know that though, Chef. I think most African Americans actually think they knew where the hell they was. They actually didn't. We know where they was based off of modern geography. Based off of making continents and stuff like that. So as we looking at you, Chef, you could have just lived in the Delta or lived in Western Asia, yo.
Bobby.
You feel me? Like you wouldn't have known it. You wouldn't have understood it the way we understand it. So we put parameters and geography together. It's really an anachronism, yo. They wouldn't have. Our whole framework and picture of thinking about ancient Egypt, yo, is from an African American perspective, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about from an anthropological perspective. Just out thinking that they knew they was in Africa is wow. They didn't know.
Bobby,
I'm here.
I want to read this statement from UNESCO when you finish, please.
Go for it.
So this is a UNESCO speaking for themselves about the project of on the history of Africa. And they state, in 1964, UNESCO launched the elaboration of the general history of Africa with a view to remedy the general ignorance on Africa's history. The challenge consisted of reconstructing Africa's history, freeing it from racial prejudice ensuing from slave trade and colonization, and promoting an African perspective. UNESCO therefore called upon the then utmost African and non-African experts. These experts' work represented 35 years of cooperation between more than 230 historians and other specialists, and was overseen by an international scientific committee, which composed 2/3 of Africans. I just wanted to read that statement. So I think people can get a clear picture on why Pseudo Killers is so adamant in incorporating the scientific conversation and doing its due diligence to eliminate those racial constructs from those scientific conversations, because it convolutes the conversations, confuses the hell out of everyone, and we cannot move forward. That's the point.
Yeah, so what's Rick Kittles? Y'all know Rick Kittles is a geneticist, right?
Yes, the geneticist. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he shares a European hollow group, but look the way he looked though. Look it up.
What?
You didn't know that?
No, we been over that. So now we back at the Hoblo groups.
You saying the Egyptians had a European haplogroup?
No, I said Rick Kittles. Rick Kittles.
Another example why
I'm just trying to show you how
eliminated.
As soon as you start putting people in racialized categories, yo, you start doing the shit that everybody do. The Egyptians is Arabs now.
Because can I say this, bro? You said something earlier. I was listening before I joined. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try to be real. I'm gonna be real brief. I was
have to because I'm coming to
in
video.
my
Go ahead.
pseudo days, I was on the Egyptians are our ancestors and all that. I've been to Egypt and everything. I went with Ashra Kwesi.
Oh,
It was wonderful, you know what I'm saying? But I've been there and you know what I'm saying? And once I started seeing Wujawu,
Stop
I
it,
was like,
Bobby.
once I started studying Wujawu, I was like, wow, I'm like, I was in Egypt with the brother, he ain't even know the Medu Neter, you know what I'm saying? But that's one thing. But I was
crazy.
real.
Azrael crazy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. I
Oh
was,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I love the brother, man. He helped, you know what I'm saying. He
Me
helped teach
too.
me a lot. So I love the elder, you know what I'm saying.
Why
But
you hit him with the shot?
I was in Egypt with him for what 15 days, you know what I'm saying. But
Okay.
the thing is, I was real on the Egyptians are our ancestors, and we come from there. But now, of course, I'm way past that now. And you said something earlier, you said that like the Egyptians are not our direct ancestors. Boom, we know that. And I took my DNA, ain't none of it say nothing about no Egypt. And but
It could share some group.
you also said that they are not our direct ancestors, but they are our African ancestors. And that's what I've been on for a while, and I ain't seen nobody really speak on that. And when you
They're
said that,
not.
I was like, wow, like, but I have been already explaining that because my sister, and man, pardon me, man, my sister just passed. I just lost my sister. She was my mother. She was my
Sorry to
everything.
hear that, brother. Sorry to
Our
hear that.
condolences.
Thank you. But she was I used to try to teach her that stuff, but yeah, when you said that, I have been teaching it like that for the longest because I used to be on the Egypt stuff so much. So then when I started to change, like, well, they not our direct ancestors. No, we're not Egyptians. She was like, well, what do you mean? You've been telling me this for the longest. And I'm like, well,
Oh man.
they are African and we have African descent. So I was trying to, bring it to that. But she like,
Right.
you keep changing. I tried to tell her,
Oh,
like, science is always improving. So it's not that I'm changing, I'm furthering my knowledge because
Yep.
nothing is absolute. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not changing my mind on certain things. I'm learning more. And when you just said that, man, and I see that nobody break it down like that. Nobody ever breaks it down the way that you broke it down, that they are not our direct ancestors, but they are our African ancestors. And we can hold the continent as a whole, even with the bad, because we got some messed up people on the continent, man. I'm talking about horrible, you know what I'm saying? But we can hold it as a whole. But another thing, like with Tyreek Nasheed with the FBA thing, I agree with the FBA thing, except for that most of us were already here. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Who say that?
Tariq
Tariq.
Nasheed,
He say what?
he say
What?
that like, okay, let me say this again. I agree with Tariq with the FBA thing that
Yeah.
we are foundational Black Americans. I agree with that, but I disagree when he say that most of us was already here.
Why he say that?
Huh?
Why he say that?
Because
That's
he's trying to connect with the Abo
Because
community too.
he tried
Oh
to
hell no.
disconnect with Africa like 50%, but not all the way. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and I say that we are foundational Black Americans because we didn't come to America. We came to this place and built America. So that's why I agree with the foundation.
What's the foundation of Black America? What's that? I'm not doing
That
that.
foundational Black American for me is that, of course, we were brought here
I ain't
as
doing that.
kidnapped victims, right? But we were the ones that built America because America didn't exist when we came here. We came here and built America. So that will make us foundational Black Americans.
But we all Africans, man.
But we all come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? We come from
All
Africa.
right.
It's divide and conquer, man.
Hey, Unc, what's up,
I
my
ain't gonna
bro?
do that. Hey, we get ready. I'm going to play the video.
The
Don't
palm
move.
readers in the house.
Don't move.
Hey, I'm not a palm reader. I don't know why y'all keep saying that shit.
Hey, yo, Ngozi. Hey, Ngozi.
What's up?
Hey,
I'm
Ngozi,
sorry.
please,
I'm not
God.
gonna do it no more. I'm
Let
so
me say this
sorry.
to Ngozi.
Please
Ngozi,
forgive
I
me.
want to say peace.
I'm messy.
I want to say peace,
I
bro,
know.
and I learned a lot from you over the years, bro, and I like to hear more from you, God. Peace to
He
you,
get
man.
ready. He get ready
Peace
to
to
do
you,
his thing
God.
right now. He get
Peace,
ready.
King.
He get ready. He get ready
He-
to do his thing
He
right now.
he finna read my energy.
He get ready to do it. Nah, he get ready. I'm going to play the video. All right, let's do this real quick.
Go
Here
I'm
we
ahead,
go,
Unc.
sorry.
Gozy.
I'm not
First
gonna
of
do it
all,
no
we
more.
shouting out James, right? We shouting him out, yo.
He in the audience.
Y'all can't still be arguing with James, yo.
Nah, James gave us. This is what
I'm
James
done.
gave us.
I'm
You
done with
missed it.
James, man.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
done with
my
James. We
god.
Neanderthal James, we done. But he can't give us a video like this, though, Chef. I meant to send this to you, yo. I should have sent this to you. Hold on. Damn it. Damn it. Where is the damn video? All right, hold on. Hold on. This how wild he is. He do this to you. In the middle of him trying to fight, you know what we say, a pseudo always dies at its source, right?
Always.
Always. That's never been. Look, I'm telling you right now, they changed the taxon. Yep. I say, well, where's that with the paper? Right here in the video.
No.
This dude,
No,
this
it
dude give us
demolished
this
the
video. Look, first of all,
it demolished the out of Africa theory. That's what he was saying.
oh man, look, this from the World of Science Festival, right? Here's their website right here. Look at this. It's a website. This our man Brian Green right here, right? And these are people's on the panel, so you can actually research who he is. So it's a expert panel, yo, talking that expert thing, yo. And if you don't understand Charles Darwin evolution, yo, and if you don't understand when they say humans, they don't necessarily mean Homo sapiens or Homo Neanderthal, you're gonna mess up the whole video.
Hey, you see the one I sent you on Homo naledi?
Yeah, that was deep. I've been on Homo naledi for years. Yeah, they just starting to really get the paperwork back on Homo naledi, yo. Yeah, yo, Burn, they did all that. I remember when they first found it, yo, they had to get anthropologists that were small and could actually crawl into them small spaces. Yo, it was wild. I seen the whole thing a couple years ago.
I think they're gonna find it. I think they're gonna find out that Naladi's older than what they think. They got because they finna get ready to recarbonate them.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
But me and Gozy was talking about how we've been talking about hybridization. We've been talking about how Homo sapiens sapiens really a hodgepodge of different archaic humans. How long we been on that? At least 5, 6. We've been on that for a while.
It's been about 8. We've been doing it. We've been around for about 12 to 13 years. We've been talking about this about 9 to 10 years. That's how long it's been.
We talk about your skull, your chin, all these is different things. We talk about how they was trading, had a trading network of shells, cowrie shells.
They was trading cowrie shells, the early hominid groups.
Yeah, right. So we didn't been. I gotta find this video, bro.
I got a book on it.
Do you? What's the name of the book?
Yeah, I think I sent it to when we got the beefing with Sean. Well, I got the beefing with you and Sean and them about something about West Africa, and I was showing how the cowrie shells from West Africa actually came from somewhere in East Africa. You know what I mean? It was a crazy conversation we ended up having.
Well, that goes to show, you know, West Africans are hybrids. Early East African hunter-gatherers migrated over there 65,000 years ago. The only thing that was in West Africa prior was ghost population, which was the intermediate humans. But that's a different story. But they've been going back and forth for a minute.
All right, let's go. Here we go. We're playing the video. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into the meat of it now. Here we go. Let's see.
Then the picture that we're
Shorty ain't playing neither. She going hard.
Yeah, she do.
Yeah, she don't care, yo. She don't care that James is listening.
Now, but you know, we'll kind of have to see where this takes us.
So, Becky, you've already emphasized your view that the older canonical out of Africa approach has been, in your words, demolished. Is it more just there's a blending, and because of that, some new hybrid emerges?
You see, do you understand what he said? Right? What is he saying? Is he saying that the out of Africa theory has been knocked off? Do you understand the conversation is where we at? Now, I really, let me finish this. That's not even the portion I wanted to really play. I'm at the final. Let's finish that. Hold on.
And the whole notion of going extinct may be itself a too simplistic way of thinking about things.
That's a difficult question to answer. You know, I'm going to say something first that I've been wanting to say, and that is that variation produces evolution, right?
Good point.
I got mute out though, yo.
Yeah, somebody's got to mute.
Who the hell is that?
It might be me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, you killing us. Killed her. Look, she was right in the middle trying to say something. You gotta
get it 30 seconds and play it back. Go back 30.
Yeah, but that ain't. I want to talk about when they ask him, and then he asked one of the scientists about, you know, our origin, and the sister hit him with the papa. Hold on. No, I ain't saying that. Hold on, let me. All right. Let me see if I got that. 1 second. All right. You can hear it clear, though, right?
It's clear and low.
Okay. I don't want it to be clear and low.
Just turn up the volume if you can a little.
Oh, here you go. All right, now it's clear and loud.
Evolution produces variation. This braided stream, if you will, of people has resulted in increasing variation. So the species that we have today has a lot more variation in it genetically than it would have had than the picture that we're getting now. But we'll kind of have to see. We'll kind of have to see where this takes us.
All right, hold on. This is what I want. Damn it. I don't want to hit y'all with this. Is it this one?
It has all sorts of genetic changes that make it.
No. I get it.
In China, what do you think the gestalt could be going forward in terms of thinking about the structure of our evolutionary past? Is it more a give and take across the world? Do we need to get rid of this old image, as Sheila was saying, where we're kind of imagining things flowing in one direction, not the other?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I think that, the narrative that was introduced in the beginning, the idea that you have one group of humans, that one group of humans becomes, more capable, becomes conquerors, becomes better adapted to being human, has all sorts of genetic changes that make them human, leaves the continent, conquers, right? And takes over the world. That was essentially the out of Africa narrative, such as it was.
It's talking about the out of Africa narrative, right?
And that's pretty much demolished, right? It's not a thing. So I guess the question that we.
So you would think she's talking about the out of Africa theory. She never said that. Because as a scientist, she would have to prove where other hominids came from. She would have to show that. You got fossils of a lot of different humans starting in Africa. That's not what she's saying, though. And I can't make you understand that. She said humans, right? She didn't say Homo sapiens sapiens. See, people mind hear the word human and you dive straight to Homo sapiens sapiens. She didn't say that. She said humans. And we can list about 6, 7, 8, 9 species of humans that came out of Africa. And we look at their range, how far they went. And play it again.
In China, what do you think the gestalt could be going forward in terms of thinking about the structure of our evolutionary past? Is it more a give and take across the world? Do we need to get rid of this old image, as Sheila was saying, where we're kind of imagining things flowing in one direction, not the other?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I think that, the narrative that was introduced in the beginning, the idea that you have one group of humans, that one group of humans becomes, more capable, becomes conquerors, becomes better adapted to being human, has all sorts of genetic changes that make them human, leaves the continent, conquers, right? And takes over the world. That was essentially the out of Africa narrative, such as it was. And that's pretty much demolished, right? It's not a thing. So I guess the question that we
in China,
So I guess the question that we
in China, in China, what do you think the?
So I guess the question that we have going forward is what does this new narrative look like in detail? So I think we're slowly, it's like a slow progress moving away from this very simplistic, very replacement, very unidirectional model. And I suspect, I mean, if I'm going to kind of put myself out there, that as we get more and more and more information, and goodness, wouldn't it be nice to get more genetic information from Africa as well, that's deeper in time, that we're going to get exactly this, a much more complicated picture of movement, that it's going to be much more, I would say, evenly distributed than the picture that we're getting now. But we'll kind of have to see. We'll kind of have to see where this takes us.
So Becky, you've already emphasized your view that the older canonical out of Africa approach has been, in your words, demolished. Is it more just there's a blending, and because of that, some new hybrid emerges, and the whole notion of going extinct may be itself a too simplistic way of thinking about things?
That's a difficult question to answer. I'm going to say something first that I've been wanting to say, and that is that variation produces evolution, right? Evolution produces variation. This braided stream, if you will, of people has resulted in increasing variation. So the species that we have today has a lot more variation in it genetically than it would have had if some of those things hadn't happened. Bits and pieces were picked up and kept, and some things were lost, and some things were kept, and they're put together in new and different ways, but we're very variable. And that gives us resilience, right? Resilience in the face of change, resilience in the face of new environments. And so something goes extinct. And that's not really what we're seeing, because none of this fully goes away in the human record. It's just producing this increased variation that has resulted in who we are today. And then to speak to something else that you mentioned, and you were talking about these new fossils and new fossils being found in different parts of the world and how exciting that is. And it's adding to our knowledge of the evolution of our lineage and of humans generally. Where people are looking matters. Who's doing the looking matters. Who has the money to do the looking matters. Who's shaping the choices and the narratives matters. And we've had a long history, certainly in paleoanthropology, of very specific groups of people out there and asking the questions and doing it in very specific kinds of ways, and often marginalizing others or simply not involving them at all. And so for me, that's kind of the most exciting path that we have going forward, is this ability to start to forge real relationships with people on the ground and start to have conversations that fit the global movement that we're having about, why are you so interesting? Why are we so diverse? And, how can we learn more about how we became these sort of complex, diverse humans that we are today?
Powerful statements right there, showing you how the understanding of humans, and I emphasize the word humans, because if you're sitting there thinking that she's talking about a particular human, then you're missing the whole point she's trying to make. Now, when she talks about humans today, we know there's only one species of human left today, right? Actually, it's Homo sapiens sapien, but the thing that made Homo sapiens sapien is, like she said, is those things that was picked up along the way. So you wanted to say something, Gozi?
So yeah, I wanted to talk about our DNA and layers, right? Like the Homo sapien is a fixed population, is 300,000 years old. But the elements that makes up Homo sapiens when it comes to the components of his DNA, like for example, the genes for your bipedalness is Homo sapiens developed 4 million years ago with Australopithecus, right? Where Lucy was. Fast twitch muscles that you developed in the wet phase of the Sahara with Homo sapiens that help, fight off malaria. That's a reflection of that. The ghost population genes, the genes that's resistant for developing tumors, especially that's found in Mandinka and Nigerians. That goes back 500,000 years from the integration between the archaic phase of Homo sapiens and what we have. The face that Homo sapiens have, in the sense of the malar of the face, goes back to Homo ancestor. What's unique is the timing of the bridge, but we come from multiple layers of integration with different groups of early humans that survived in this one package of the species called Homo sapiens sapien. When you start to look up the different traits that forms what we are, right? So we are this most surviving species, But the variations that we have is this African ape, the surviving African ape of humans, is very unique. And this is why Africans have the most variations when you start to follow the genome, the different traits, the different phenotypes, the different morphologies, different shapes, the different sizes. All of this has a region and time period where it developed. Like if you look at Homo erectus, he was very tall and lanky compared to Homo bodonius, or looking at other insertion of genes, which gives us length over other groups of over the groups of people. So that's why the Homo sapien thing is very important. And what's interesting also is that a lot of variations was lost with populations that drifted into North Africa and populations out of Africa, then populations that retained a lot of genetic variation within sub-Saharan Africa where we first started. That's the trick, bro. If we really so basically the African ape Homo sapien was already a hybrid, even though we were a frame in the making, because we accumulated different traits from other groups of species of humans within Africa before we left out of Africa. And they lost some traits, right? And received some early African traits back from Neanderthal, who had early variations from certain species that we split from prior before our species went their own line 500,000 years ago. That shit, it's crazy and it's amazing.
Yeah, that point you just made, the genes move back and forth, not in just one direction. And when they spoke of the narrative of just leaving out of Africa and that's it, right? She said that's been smashed out, basically saying that the gene flow actually flowed back and forth, right? And that's not taken away from the out of Africa theory, where you find the oldest such humans in Africa, because that's the out of Africa theory in a nutshell, that humans left out of Africa. Now they talking about, well, when they left out of Africa, what happened? What happened in Africa? How did the genes go? Was they all formed? No, you get different traits, and like she said, things that early Homo sapiens ran into actually helped shape the genes in a positive way, gave it more diversity, right, to tangle with more environments, right? And I think this is important because we always mess this up right here as it being a negative or positive thing, and that's not actually how evolution works. It's not a negative or positive thing, because what you think could be positive can end up being negative, and you always hear people making the mistakes of dominant and recessive genes, right? And I say, well, if you have a dominant gene in finger development, you have 6 fingers. Do you want that expression? No, you wouldn't, right? Would you want the dominant gene of brown or dark skin if you was in the area in the northern regions? It would work against you. You would want the recessive gene that would allow in more sun. So this is how we're looking at it in the process of, we got James on the panel. What's up, James?
Man, I don't know what's wrong with you, homie. You already shifted the goalpost to me saying this crazy. You shifted the goalpost so now the whole time only thing I've been talking about is the taxonomy of them change. That's all I've been talking about, huh?
That's what you said on the last show, James. That's why you put up the video.
What you say, James?
That ain't. I've been talking about something else the whole time.
What you say, James?
You going board?
James, I'm critiquing your source.
Hey, James, what are you saying, James?
The source said exactly what I said.
Hey, James,
you didn't say they changed no taxonomy. I didn't say that.
Hold up. Do you understand?
James, what are you talking about?
No, hold on. I'm talking. Do you understand when somebody says that the out of Africa theory has been demolished?
She didn't say that, nigga.
Bro, she said model, and you
she
need to understand.
She didn't even say model. She said narrative.
Y'all comprehension is so bad. When somebody says, hold up. When somebody says that the out-of-Africa theory it's pretty much you can just define that. What does that mean?
James,
see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't let me talk. That's why I don't want to come on here.
Because you're
lying. Y'all sitting up here making up stuff. Y'all don't understand. Y'all can't even comprehend what she's saying.
Hold on. Hey,
lying.
Hey, James, can I say something?
How am I lying and I know what she said? I'm the one that told y'all the video. What are you talking about?
Model.
James, can I say something, please?
She didn't even say model. She said narrative.
James.
We can come on. Go ahead. You said James. Go ahead.
The out of Africa model as a single point of Homo sapiens developing in one spot has changed. We developed in
I
multiple
know that.
regions
Who
in
you?
Africa.
Hold up! Don't act like you teaching me something. I know that.
So
They
what do you
don't.
so
What are you talking about?
What are you? What's your argument? What is your
What you
argument?
mean?
Bro?
So now you genetically illiterate. That's what you telling me.
What is your argument? What is
If
your
you
argument?
hold on. This is what's gonna be
It
even
goes.
more.
You
What's more
just throw
funny?
him real quick.
This
He
gonna be
think you
even.
saying
This
something.
gonna be even
He
funnier.
think you
Watch
saying
this.
something else,
Watch this.
James. I mean,
See, now y'all
Goldie.
don't want me to talk. See,
Go
this
ahead.
is why I can't
You
come
yelling,
on
but you
here
can't
because
yell
y'all
because you
showing
can't
y'all
yell.
genetic illiteracy right
What
now.
is
You
your
can't
argument?
yell,
Yeah,
though.
okay.
You
Everybody
don't know
stop.
my
Hold
argument
on.
if we
Wait,
genetically
freeze.
literate.
Everybody freeze. Hey, Gozy.
What's up, bro?
You got to explain to him what you meant when you made that statement. He said, "I know." So what do you know, James? I know what Gozy meant.
So
See?
if I'm the one that's telling y'all about the admixture, don't you think I already know that these people are a separate species by 1 to 4%? I'm the one that tells y'all about hybridization.
Here we go.
Y'all shouldn't have been talking about we've been knew about hybridization. Y'all didn't know the humans been in the hybridization taxonomy of hybrid species.
Been talking about it since the 19. Marcus put the source in there. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Bro, they've been talking about it since 1970, yo. We can pull a tape. Yo,
but
we can
because we know that, bro. They didn't know it.
I've been talking, but look, James, listen. If you just James, listen, James, listen, brother.
He had to ask
James, it's
bro,
not.
This is recorded, bro.
James,
I want you to know. Hey, and Goldie, before you say another word, that is recorded what I showed him.
James, let me just say
how
this.
you gonna get out of that?
James, let me just say this. Unc and me have been talking about this for years, though, bro.
Well, for some reason, he forgot what you taught him. Because when I
nigga, first of all, I ain't need nobody to teach me nothing, nigga. We've been reading this information for years, bro. That's why I know the lady never said out of her mouth that the outer Africa theory was overturned. Because she would have to prove that shit. She never said that. You didn't understand what she said, James. You're ignorant as hell. Plus the title, ignorance. Bro,
they just found out in 2010.
He never said that,
They ponder stuff. They just don't change taxonomies like that, bro. Cut it out.
No kick rocks, nigga.
They just
never
found
did
out.
anything.
No, man, they never said about the outer African theory, yo.
And go.
Are
they talking about changing the taxonomy of humans based on it? We just talked about this on Smash Show, and that is recorded. And you said, they hoping they change it, and we laughed about it. Don't act like you don't know now.
Man, that's not what that video was talking about, James.
Yeah, it is.
It is not.
Where?
When
you
say that the outer Africa theory has been demolished, that's worse than anything that I could have said. Y'all don't even know that, though.
She never
when she said
theory.
Hold on. When somebody says the outer Africa theory has been demolished, that's worse than anything.
How much you want? Hold on. How much you want to bet on that, though, bro?
Put your money where your mouth is. That she said.
Don't talk me to death. Put your money where your mouth is, nigga.
So now I gotta say every exact word.
Nigga. Yeah, because a narrative and a theory is two different things.
Play
Yeah, nigga.
Play it 5 times if you want to.
Nah, nigga, I don't got. I'm saying put your money up. Don't talk us to death right now. She never said the outer Africa theory. She said the narrative, nigga. Do you know what she was talking about?
So she didn't.
She said when humans, nigga. She said humans.
She said humans. Everything. What the man
she said humans. So James. So what humans was she? James, what humans was she talking about, James?
What are you talking about?
You heard me, nigga. What humans was she talking about?
No, she's not talking about what a Pacific human. She's talking about the taxonomy being changed based on the new discovery of Neanderthal and Denisovan DNA.
You never said that.
Man, what do you mean? I don't have to say it because I already know it. You
she never said that, James.
I don't got to explain to you what you don't know.
No, she never said that, James.
Okay. Well, if you don't understand what she's saying,
I don't have to. The woman never said the outer Africa theory, bro.
She
never
said
said
it in
that.
your face.
She didn't say that.
That man asked her. He said, "Well, damn, since we found out this, I'm just giving y'all a simplistic version of what the question was." He said, "Well, damn, since we found out this new information, what do you think the way we should move forward with the information?" She said, "Well, pretty much, the outer Africa theory is just demolished." That's what the woman said.
She never said theory.
Well, play it again. And
no,
you don't
how
even
much
know
you
what
want
a
to
cow
bet?
and the bull is. How am I
Put
arguing
some
with
money
you?
on the table, homie.
This is crazy. I'm arguing with people don't even know what a cow and a bull is.
What I don't like is ignorant people. And use
That's what I'm saying.
Use an ignorant nigga. So call me an ignorant nigga.
Boy, I bet you I'm right.
Use an ignorant nigga.
What you want to
so
bet?
I'm about to play it, yo. So I want you to know A narrative is not a theory.
Anybody listen to this lady?
No,
What
no,
she's saying.
no.
She's saying that the outer Africa theory has been pretty much demolished.
Okay,
based
so
on
go
the new
find out.
evidence that they found.
So wait a
But
minute.
you don't understand what
so
she's
listen,
saying.
so we don't gotta yell about this. Listen,
that's what it
you're
is,
yelling,
bro.
you're
You can't
yelling,
comprehend what
you're
she's
yelling
saying.
to get out of it, right?
No, I'm not. I'm
So
finna
let's
mute
do
out.
this.
Go
So
ahead.
let's do this. So you're actually sitting here on this panel. You hear one scientist say
you asked
something.
me to come on here. Don't act like I'm this.
I didn't
something
ask you to come
do.
nowhere, nigga. You ain't have to come nowhere.
This ain't nothing I'm trying to
You
do.
can
I
just
already
skip,
know
you can
that
just
I'm
skip
telling
rocks
the
and
truth.
get off the show.
See,
you can just kick rocks and go.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah, you can't help yourself, Neanderthal James. Now, okay, yeah, you won in your brain.
Well, don't
I'm gonna make this
just
point
leave it
for you.
alone.
I'm gonna make this point for you. You don't even know what Ngozi was talking about. Ngozi was talking about
I know more than
Ngozi was talking about the multi.
that the North Africans ain't been there for 2,000 years.
This is what we're doing, Jay. What we ain't doing is talking over each other because that's the dumb conversation. See, so you in timeout, nigga, for being willfully ignorant. Now, the elbows will take that clip and make it seem like they overthrew the outer Africa theory. The ignorant amongst you will say that, but that's not what she's talking about. She's talking about the narrative where people just go out and conquer the goddamn world. That's not how it is these days. What they realize is there were integration of different archaic humans, right, that formed Homo sapiens sapien. That's what they was actually talking about. But who the hell can tell you that? Because you know everything. You hear the word narrative and think she was talking about the outer Africa theory. There's a narrative that goes with the outer Africa theory, bro. What the hell is wrong with you? The lady never said the theory. As a matter of fact, we don't listen to one scientist. So you would have to find a paper that says the outer Africa theory has been demolished. There's a theory and a narrative that goes with that theory, and then they realize that the narrative ain't really fitting it. Who the hell know what a narrative is? We can clearly look it up.
She mentioned
too
the
much,
model.
James. I ain't even hear the word model. Juju. I ain't even hear that.
Man, y'all wild, bro.
No, we ain't wild. You think the outer Africa theory has a narrative. Hold on, James. The outer Africa theory has a narrative to it that said the narrative is the way people narrate. Hold on, the way people narrate it is that humans left out of Africa. And when I say the word humans, I don't necessarily mean Homo sapiens sapien. Let's get this straight. And they went and conquered the world.
See, that's a wrong statement. You said
not a wrong statement.
You said Homo sapiens sapiens. Hold on, listen what you said. You don't mean you said Homo sapiens sapiens, but you don't mean humans. Humans are Homo sapiens sapiens. That's what you just said.
I did. What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, I didn't hear that.
When I say humans, I don't necessarily mean Homo sapiens sapiens is the statement I made. And I'm clear with this, James. Relax.
But humans are Homo sapiens sapiens. That's what it is.
Yes, they are that. But what
ain't nothing else but the humans are Homo sapiens.
That's not true. You got what?
It's nothing else that's the human but a Homo sapiens.
Yo, I'm gone know why you keep arguing with this dumbass.
I'm not even arguing with this nigga, man. So listen, y'all.
Yeah, I'm dumb, but I'm telling him something.
You are dumb.
He's making a genetic mistake right here, and I'm telling him the mistake, and I'm dumb.
Oh my God, man.
That's crazy.
It's useless with James.
Yeah, because the dumb people are calling me dumb. That's crazy.
You is dumb, nigga.
No, I'm not. I bet I'm right about this.
You don't know what a narrative is, yo. You wow, yo. I've never heard them niggas call a theory a narrative, yo, in my life, except for you.
You need to stop, bro. You already lost the particular conversation.
Yeah, I don't even mind losing, nigga. I definitely don't mind
on and on. You should just leave it alone.
I'm not leaving nothing alone, nigga. One of us gonna bail out. I ain't leaving nothing alone. I ain't even built like that. I just get the ignorance up out of it.
Guess what? The person who told you this is another African. I'm not no enemy of you or nothing.
I ain't say you was an enemy. Now I'm not. You're an enemy to knowledge and wisdom, nigga.
Man, how is that when I done taught you something?
Nigga, you ain't never taught me nothing, nigga.
Oh, so now that you've been knowing that Neanderthals. See, you saying you knew now, but I got you on video. You didn't know what I was talking about, bro.
So
About
why
what?
you doing that?
About what?
It's plenty of video where you
About
sit over there
hybridization,
bro,
yo?
you've been telling me that I'm saying that they are totally different species. I showed you on my Facebook page where with writing what I was saying in 2016. So what would make you think I would change? Hold up. What would make you think I would change up now? Why would I do that?
Here go the source. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
I know you don't.
Right
You
here.
never
We
do.
got this is human.
I'm muting now.
Yeah, mute out for a minute. This is Homo sapiens sapien, right? So when you come to the taxonomy, we come right here. The genus Homo. Okay? Or humans. Now let's come to Homo Neanderthal. All right? Neanderthal. All right? The genus Homo, humans. So he just lost right there. He said that Homo sapiens was the only humans, and I just showed him, look, Homo Neanderthal.
My God. Neanderthals are humans. They only 1 to 4% Neanderthal.
No, they not. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, they
Neanderthals
are. That's
are
crazy,
humans, bro.
Do y'all
Neanderthals
listen to what he be saying, bro?
I don't even.
Neanderthals are human, James.
That's what I just told him.
So what are you talking about?
They're gonna be in the taxonomy of humans. They're humans, but by 1 to 4%, they're Neanderthal. Huh? I've been saying this for 6 damn years.
What does that mean to you? Hold on. What does that mean? What does that mean to you?
It don't mean shit to me.
Down to 1 to 4%.
I'm just trying to get y'all straight on what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, y'all, you need to
Hey,
get
I'm showing
right
sources right now.
They don't even know what's going on.
Hey, brother, I'm showing sources right now. Homo naledi. Genius Homo, which is human. So these are humans too.
No crap.
Okay. I'm going to just keep going, bro. And we're going to rewind the tape of you saying that Homo sapiens was the only humans. Maybe you misspoke, bro, but they're all humans. So when you're speaking of humans, scientists will be specific on which humans they're talking about. If they're talking about all the humans, they'll just say humans, bro. And then if they mention a certain time period, the listener should know which humans they're talking about. So if you say left right now, you're talking about Homo sapiens right now.
Watch
2023.
When did they find Homo naledi?
Man, it don't matter when they found it.
When
they
still
was here.
See, no, you teaching right now. When did they find Homo naledi? See what I'm saying?
This is all new information.
They couldn't have put these people up in the taxonomy of humans if they didn't know they was there.
3 years ago, brother.
That's crazy.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
I know you don't. You never do when I'm right.
Now they talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I'm crazy. That's why.
Yes.
You are far from right. We finna play the video back, and you're gonna have to concede and apologize.
What am I gonna have to concede?
Because you said she said
hold on, watch this.
No, you finna die by your source.
No, let's be clear.
Homo
this ain't got nothing
erectus.
to do with what my argument was anyway. This just was
human.
We don't know
Homo
what your
erectus.
You change it every day.
Homo erectus. Hold on for a
y'all
second.
Change it because y'all learn something new every time we get on these lives.
Another human.
Shift the goalpost to the next
trying hard, nigga.
Do.
Here's another human, ladies and gentlemen. Homo erectus. There you go. That's another human.
Are they still living? These
man, bump that play the tape.
We the only humans.
They still
no, we the only humans. We the only humans left, James. We the only humans left. Homo sapiens sapiens.
Well, unfortunately for you, they found other hominoids that's still off in other people's DNA. Sorry.
Do you understand what we saying about?
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what you need to understand.
Don't jump in it. All right, let me see what it's at. Which one? I think it was this one right here. Let's see. Here we go. We playing the clip.
So, Becky, you've already emphasized your view that the older canonical out of Africa approach has been, in your words, demolished.
Turn it up.
Just there's a blending.
Hold on, stop. He just said in your words, demolished.
He said approach.
He's not even talking about.
Rewind it. Go back to that mark where I got it timestamped at. Do that.
Now, but we'll kind of have to see. We'll kind of have to see where this takes us.
So, Becky, you've already emphasized your view that the older canonical out of Africa approach has been, in your words, demolished. And is it more just there's a blending, and because of that, some...
So how could you say that if he was talking about theory, then how does come on, James? I'm talking right now, bro. You got to make it make sense, yo. So how could you overthrow the out of Africa theory, right? But then say there's a blending. What the hell would that mean?
Golly.
Because they're talking about the narrative, bro. And the lady said those words, narrative. There's a theory.
Hold up. What was the old narrative?
Why is two people talking at the same time, though?
Golly.
Why is two people talking at the
May
same
the
time?
ancestors help you, for real.
Why is it that, man? The hell with the damn ancestors. Ancestors ain't got shit to do with this. Damn ancestors wasn't digging up damn bodies. Knock it off. Now, let me get her statement on the books. Let me see.
Human leaves the continent, conquers.
Turn it up.
I am.
Press play. Hello?
Damn, you can't hear that?
No.
You don't hear nothing.
No.
And it's low too.
Press play.
Cut it up.
I did press play. What are you talking about? Press play. Oh. I did press. All right, here's my fault. Look, here you go. All right, here you go. Look. Let's see if she said narrative or theory. Two separate things here, ladies and gentlemen. I just want y'all to know this, yo, that a narrative ain't a damn theory, and scientists don't mix their words like that. If they want to say the out of Africa theory was overthrown, they would say it. Just like they said the Big Bang theory was overthrown, they would say it.
And when she says that, let it play a little longer, because she's also gonna say something else, the unified approach, something. Just let it play a little longer.
Here
and
we
you'll
go.
see.
Since don't nobody know the damn difference between the damn narrative and the theory is all of a sudden. The damn theory, and there's a narrative, the way they explain the damn theory, the narrative of it, the storytelling of it. And she talks about how humans came out and conquered the world. They say that's not it no more.
Has all sorts of genetic changes that make them human, leaves the continent, conquers, right? And takes over the world. That was essentially the out of Africa narrative, such as it was. And that's pretty much demolished, right? It's not a thing. So I guess the question that we have going forward what does this new narrative look like in detail? So I think we're slowly, it's like a slow progress moving away from this very simplistic, very replacement, very unidirectional model. And I suspect, I mean, if I'm going to kind of put myself out there, that as we get more and more information, and goodness, wouldn't it be nice to get more genetic information from Africa as well, that's deeper in time, that we're going to get exactly this, a much more complicated picture of movement, that it's going to be much more, I would say, evenly distributed. Has all sorts of genetic changes that make them human, leaves the continent, conquers, has all sorts of genetic changes that make them human, leaves the continent, conquers, right? And takes over the world. That was essentially the out of Africa narrative, such as it was. And that's pretty much demolished, right? It's not a thing. So I guess the question that we have going forward is what does this new narrative look like in detail? So I think we're slowly, it's like a slow progress moving away from this very simplistic, very replacement, very unidirectional model. And I suspect, I mean, if I'm going to kind of put myself out there, that as we get more and more information, and goodness, wouldn't it be nice to get more genetic information from Africa as well, that's deeper in time, that we're going to get exactly this, a much more complicated picture of movement, that it's going to be much more, I would say, evenly distributed than the picture that we're getting now. But we'll kind of have to see, where this takes us.
So Becky, you've already emphasized your view that the older canonical out of Africa approach has been, in your words, demolished. Is it more just there's a blending, and because of that, some new hybrid emerges, and the whole notion of going extinct may be itself a too simplistic way of thinking about things?
That's a difficult question to answer. You know, I'm going to say something first that I've been wanting to say, and that is that variation produces evolution, right? Evolution produces variation. This braided stream, if you will, of people has resulted in increasing variation. So the species that we have today has a lot more variation in it genetically than it would have had if some of those things.
It seems to me that it's more than likely that this type of ability, this type of intelligence that we formerly only see in us, Denisovans we know.
So just that intelligent, because intelligent life, when you
so
look
you're gonna
at
have to watch it. He actually asked a question about intelligence, and they was basically saying that all the damn humans was intelligent. That's what they basically conversation is. Because you talk about the Homo erectus on Indonesian island. So then how did they get there? How did they navigate over there? And they said it takes intelligence to deal with nautical things to be able to even get to a damn island. And so the misconception of humans that the Homo sapiens sapiens was the only intelligent humans. Now they're starting to realize that that's not so. That basically animals in general are intelligent. We've been real human, Homo sapiens sapiens centric. And the false notion of thinking that we're the only intelligent species of anything. That narrative has changed. There's a lot of narratives that have changed. Like the narrative of humans just walked out of Africa, yeah, I'm saying, and fully human and just left. Now they realize that no, there's a lot of components of mixing and hybridization that took place in Africa, right? That when they left out, there's more hybridizations, right? And then back migrations bring genes back in. Hybridized, simply meaning mixing. That's all the term means. And added to the diversity of humans, which benefit Homo sapiens sapiens, which allowed them to go to more diverse environments. This is the conversation, having nothing to do with the outer Africa theory being toppled. That's not what she was saying. And
So
I
hold on,
can't make James understand
Let
that.
me ask you a question. So you saying that this is all about one word, narrative and theory. That's what it is.
Of course.
So could you type up,
could
you type up and show the people what out of Africa narrative is? Could you do that?
Why don't you do it?
I already did it. I already know what it is. It's the same thing. But I'm just wondering why this is what you're doing.
She also mentioned unidirectional model, which that's what she meant by narrative. It was talking about the model, which is more of a
the narrative and theory.
Ngozi just don't
the
talk
narrative
over
and
me.
the
And
theory is
Ngozi
the same
just gave you a
thing.
definition of what a
I don't
model
understand
was,
it. So
and you
I'm just
still
trying
want
to
to make
find
it
out if
something that
narrative
it is
and
not.
theory is the same thing. Why are we
So
arguing?
if you have so much to prove, and you're absolutely right, you will let people get off their point and be able to how shall I say, demolish their point. You don't got to keep talking over people and being mad disrespectful, my bro. Like for real though, with that shit. Get out of here.
I don't understand.
You dead ass wrong. She just said it.
So
She
narrative
said
and
it.
theory.
She spoke on narrative, then she spoke on unidirectional model.
So narrative
If she
and
meant
theory
theory,
is
she
two
would have
different
said
things. That's what
theory.
y'all saying.
If she meant
He just
theory,
told
she
you what
would
it
have
was.
said it.
He just told you. He just told you he don't understand. So just let him have it. He don't understand. He don't. He can't.
Understand. You don't.
Yeah,
You
he
don't
don't
even know
understand.
what you talking about. I don't even know who
You just said you don't understand. Just leave it like that, though. You ain't no need to argue.
So what do you want me to type in, yo?
It's okay to not understand.
Now you don't know what to type in. Just type in out of Africa narrative. That's what you said. You said that was your contention, a narrative versus theory. So we're just gonna boil it down to those two words, and we'll see when you type up out of Africa narrative what pops up on the search. It's gonna be the out of Africa theory. That's what they're talking about. But
I don't do no running, James. Hey, James, I don't do no running, nigga. Here you go. Revisiting the outer Africa theory.
Man,
excuse me, brother. Why are you talking though? But why are you talking?
Because I'm gonna go, bro.
Screen.
I ain't got time for this.
Okay, bye. Here you go. Revisiting the outer Africa theory. It said the new narrative from genetic analysis. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we talking about? Now, what is it you want me to do? Revisiting out of Africa theory. It says the new narrative from genetic analysis. That's what the whole daggone video was talking about. Was the narrative of it. You Google fingers, bro. You just go on Google fingers. I tried to explain to you what a narrative is. You're just moving too quickly, bro. I ain't never in my life seen a person that wild like that. Yo, you just wild, yo. Cannot believe this man, yo. Yeah, you take some time out, yo. Go time yourself out, yo. And go find that, James. Go get that.
Wait a minute, Bobby. So that article that you just pulled up, it says clearly researchers from Estonia and Italy develop an innovative method by combining neural networks and statistics. Using this newly developed method, they refined the out of Africa scenario. So it's not debunking anything.
No, a scenario, yo, is still, you know what I'm saying? Scenarios and narratives, man. That's different from the actual theory, yo.
Crazy.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Y'all doing all right?
What's up, Star Man?
Chilling. It's clear. He's stated it. He don't know the difference between the theory and the narrative behind the theory. You know, and the lady stated it twice, where she said the old narrative will be demolished, but they're still gathering information on the new narrative, not the theory. So to me, it's clear. And he stated it, though. You know, he don't know the difference between the theory and the narrative behind the theory.
And I think it's sad that everybody want to keep saying how disingenuous we are being. Like, no,
well, you gotta stay out that chat, shorty. You gotta stay out that chat. The chat,
crazy.
They saying that, then yeah, that is dumb as hell. Yo. They saying that shit. It's a retarded crowd.
Somebody got to mute.
That's probably Kent. What you doing, Kent?
You already know.
Sound like he's spray painting his bike.
You already know I'm on it.
This time of night, or you on your way back?
Nah, I'm just getting started.
I'm trying to find something. Hold on. All right. Where you at, Juju?
I'm right here.
All right, I got
it just irritated me a little. As soon as I clicked on and listened to what y'all talking about, I heard that nigga voice. I was like, man, come on. It sounded like last night all over again, yo.
I'm sorry, what was you saying, Bobby?
I'm trying to look this up real fast so I can close this chapter right here, man. Get this.
What are you trying to look up?
I got it already. I got it. I need to find the space.
All right.
So if anybody on the panel want to add something right now, because I got what I'm looking for. Oh, can you hear me? Where you at, Gozy?
Hey, could you hear me on? Could you hear me?
No, I can hear you now, yo.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I don't appreciate this, dude.
Hey, you just gotta Uncle's a warrior, man. Uncle gonna fight for truth. I just wanted to say this. There is something that was very important that the lady said about variations. She said we have much more variations now than the combined earlier population. You know, Homo sapiens drifted into North Africa 150,000 years ago. I'm not talking about intermediate Homo sapiens like Jebel or Hud, but I'm talking about Homo sapiens who were isolated from other populations. They went up there 150,000 years ago. So with that being said, even the ancient North Africans developed their own cluster that was distinct from populations that we descend from, partly in certain layers of our DNA. Those Assyrian people went up there 150,000 years ago. And it was those people in North Africa that was responsible for giving rise to populations out of Africa that crossed through Sudan and Upper Egypt. So all non-Africans are more closer to what was in early ancient North Africa. And ancient early North Africans split off from ancient East Africans 65,000 years ago, and some layers from West African hunter-gatherers 75,000 years ago. Not included the ghost population that was distinct by much more thousands of years. That's how tricky this stuff gets. We have to follow genetics and layers and understand the variations. So North Africans would have had lesser variations than populations that
Hold on one
remain in
second,
sub-Saharan
Gozy.
Africa.
Hey, Juju, grab that. I want you to read that real quick. Grab that, and I'm done with this dude. You got it?
Just a moment.
Right there, go grab that, and I want you to scroll down to the Go ahead, Gozy, where you at?
Man, Gozy be saying a lot, man. That's
yeah.
Yeah,
I
hit you
want
with the E1B1.
I want you to go. I want you. You got the article, right?
I got it.
So I want you to come down to the green map, right? First of all, we're gonna read that real clear, and we're not playing, right? And I'm gonna show you why ignorance. That's why the title is perfect for this, yo. And I just, you know what I'm saying, yo, like people, yo, they frustrate me at times, right? And it's frustrating because, man, it took me years to get this right here, yo. Years to get this shit right here, man. Years, yo, to work with this and get this straight and not make these mistakes. So y'all see the title right here. It say the story of human migration out of Africa just got rewritten. You write narratives about things, right? You got to know what the theory is. The theory purports that at a certain time period, Homo sapiens sapiens left. That's the narrative of it. So the narrative has to change if you find shit outside of Africa older than what they thought. Like, why is that here this time? We thought the narrative was that they left out this time and got there this time. Why is that? And so we're going to read that. But I want to find a part to the video real quick where he directly asked the question at. The lady was like, nah. But I was waiting for that. I want to see just how slick James got. Right? I want to see just how disingenuous this man is. So you see that, right, Juju?
I said, you want me to start after the green map or go a little further down? And just to say, I've already read some of this, and it supports that they are changing the model, which represents the theory. Again, people slow. So where do you want me to start? You want me to start with Bay and his team came to the conclusion?
Yeah, do that.
All right. Here we go. Bay and his team came to the conclusion after reviewing multiple recent studies showing that humans travel farther than we would have expected given the out of Africa time frame. One showed Homo sapiens fossils in China that were somewhere between 70,000 to 120,000 years old. Another found a fossil as far out as Australia, dating to 60,000 years old, which according to the out of Africa theory was when humans were just gearing up to leave for the first time. All these aberrant finds taken together suggested that the original explanation was wrong, meaning model, not theory. The leading explanation for how these humans got to China and Australia tens of thousands of years before the theory predicted they would is that humans began leaving Africa much earlier than expected. The researchers write. Their new model proposes that there were multiple diasporas from Africa, the first of which might have happened 120,000 years ago. That's not to say that the original out of Africa theory is not entirely moot. New models aside, there's still a preponderance of fossils dating back to the 60,000 year mark, which suggests that there was a mass dispersal around that time. It just wasn't the only one. The initial dispersal out of Africa prior to 60,000 years ago were likely by small groups of foragers. And at least some of these early dispersals left low-level genetic traces in modern human populations, said Max Planck Institute anthropologist. Max Planck Institute anthropologist Michael Petraglia, co-author and study in a statement. I don't know what that is. Do you want me to keep going?
No.
Yeah.
But they still talking about stuff starting out of Africa first, though. They
Right.
just saying they trying to figure out how they got there earlier. So now you got to change the time period where humans left out of Africa.
Mm-hmm. And that would be in the model, not the theory. Just gotta make sure they get it right.
Well, a model is a theory, though. They call it a model. You modeling a narrative of it, meaning you explaining how, like there's explanations to it. And so, if part of the theory is right, if the theory is that Homo sapiens sapiens, right, left out of Africa, right, at a certain time period, now you find evidence of Homo sapiens sapiens being outside of Africa earlier than you thought. Then the narrative that you have painted, based off of the theory, you have to change that. Now, go back up to here. So it talked about initial dispersal of out of Africa prior to 60,000 years ago, all right, likely by small groups of foragers, all right? And at least some of these early dispersals left low-level genetic traces of human populations. Max, let me see. Let me go over here. It say, let's go to new models aside. There's still a preponderance of fossils dating back to 60,000 year mark, which suggests that there was a mass dispersal around that time. All right. People not even going to understand that. I'm going to start right here. Leading explanations for how these humans got to China and Australia of thousands of years before the theory predicted, right, they would, is that humans began leaving Africa much earlier than expected. I think this is the key statement right here, Juju. I'm going to say this again. Watch this. If it's overturning the theory, then why would they make this statement? The leading explanation for how these humans got to China and Australia tens of thousands of years before the theory predicted they would is that humans began leaving Africa much earlier than expected. The researchers right. I need to go straight. Let me find the paper. That's what we need, the paper. We need the paper. Where's the paper? Where's the paper?
Hey, so basically, well, in order for what he's saying to be true, they would have to find a Homo sapiens sapien outside of Africa that's older than any other
in Africa.
Facts.
Then that's when the theory would change.
Yes, and that's what they would say. You know what? That is no. Now we have found Homo sapiens sapiens earlier in Asia, so then maybe they start off there. That's where he fucked it all up at. That's where he lost at. He can't come back from that.
Yeah.
I'm not allowing him to come back from that. I'm not listening to that no more. Everywhere he turned, he messes it up. Everywhere he turned, I need to find the damn paper. Where's the damn paper to this? Need the paper is what I need. Hold on. This is what I actually need. I need the daggone paper that they wrote this at. Let me see. That'll get us right to it. I'm going to show you how we really do this. Co-author of the study. Okay. Maybe we could do this. We got to get you the paper, Juju. Damn, that's the Max Planck. God damn. Why that's a broken link? It's a broken link, yo.
That's what it said.
We need the paper, yo. Oh! 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 Got him, coach.
Damn, put me in the
real
game.
time. Got him. Got him.
Oh, Lord.
Got him. Knew I was going to get him. Yeah. Y'all always be trying to root for me to lose, too. Down there in the chat, yo, y'all going to realize, yo, that I ain't going down that damn easy, yo. But Gullah, you in here?
What's good with it, man? I'm over here. What's good with it, bro?
How you doing, brother?
I'm over here chilling, man.
Got him out the game.
You
coach.
sound like you finna choose violence, Gullah.
Got him out the game, coach. Look, you mean
I ain't finna. I'm good. What's up with it?
No, I like
first of all,
I like
I'm
the
over
energy
here-
you came in with.
I'm over here cracking these new books open, man.
That's what's up. Oh yeah, you got that Chris Eric book, right?
Oh yeah. It's 6 chapters of fire. It adds to the new book. Adds to the old book, to the second edition 2016 book of Civilization of Africa. It's kind of like it update a lot of stuff that needed to be updated out of the 2016 book.
Heard.
All right, so look, I want y'all to take a look at this map real quick. Look, let me switch to here, right? Do y'all see the map?
Yeah.
All right, this is what I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger for y'all. First of all, if y'all don't understand the damn paper, look at the damn map. Homo sapien dispersal routes, right? Early dispersal, right? Then I'm gonna get you the paper on his ass.
Hey, after you get done, I got a headshot that'll kill him.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him. Yeah, we're gonna definitely kill him. All right, you see this, Juju? Can y'all see this? Y'all see the map?
I see the map. It's really small.
It ain't. It's for you because you're on your phone.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm actually on my laptop trying to look at it. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay, I can see it.
All right. Here's the map. Now, clearly, look, 300,000. Y'all see that? 200,000. Y'all see that?
Yes.
120,000, 70,000 in Asia. Y'all see that?
Yep.
James don't know what he talking about. He never do. Map sites postulating migratory pathways associated with modern human dispersals across Asia during the late Pliocene.
Right.
What I'm saying is they didn't know it was going to be something there 120,000 years ago, yo. They were like, how, man? Come on. They didn't expect that to be there. Okay, but when they do the DNA evidence, they see that it still goes back to Africa. So they have to revise it. They have to revise the narrative.
That's the model
of the time periods that it's coming out of. That's all they saying. This man thought you were saying, yo, you know, how? Throw away the out of Africa third. You don't know what you're talking about, dog. Now let's get right to the paper. Here's the paper, right? It's written right here. Here go the paper. In science. That's the paper. See, we get the paper around here. That's the paper that article is written off of. I can really go. Let me see. All right, let me get that out of here. I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do. Let me see if I can do this. I want to get it even better. I want to get the paper even better. All right, so here go the paper, yo. That's AAAS. All right, we know what that is right here. You want me to send it to you, Juju?
Send it to me, but I can't read it off the screen.
I know you
gotta
can.
tell me where to go. Yeah, you just gotta tell me where to go. Where are you at?
Should I make it bigger? Well, I ain't got a chance to read the paper. I'm just in real time in this.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm in real time, but we do see the quote unquote map in the paper. Do we not?
Yes, we see it.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I ain't tripping. I want to make sure that I ain't conning y'all and tricking y'all, because we heard a lot of flack in the chat, Juju.
I know,
because they all want to see me lose. But see what they forget is I ain't a scientist.
Never claimed to
be.
be.
On the experts.
You never claimed to be either. Well, the first paragraph gonna kill him, so that's
all right. Go ahead. Let's go.
Done deal.
All right, go ahead.
Most people are familiar with the traditional out of Africa model. Modern humans evolved in Africa and then dispersed across Asia and reached Australia in a single wave about 60,000 years ago. However, technological advances in DNA analysis and other fossil identification techniques, as well as an emphasis on multidisciplinary research, are revising this story. Recent discoveries.
Revising the what? The narrative, the story, right?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Let's go. Keep going. James, this for Neanderthal James. You tried to say the scientists was saying that we got to demolish that. No, she was saying you got to demolish the damn narrative that said that such and such got the such and such by 60,000, such and such. That's what she was saying. But what you want me to do? Keep reading. Let's see if James is right. He's already dead. Go ahead. Y'all play too much. Matter of fact, I won't call out some names.
I need the voice
in the chat. Hold on.
Where is the voice? You got to do the voice with it, though.
Hold on. Did that nigga James just say that the outer Africa theory was overturned and demolished because he didn't understand the scientists? Did he just do that? Did he just get up on this panel and showboat and act like he had something on Bobby Banger? It's Bobby Banger, bitch.
Bobby Banger, bitch.
Yeah, anyway, yo, we just having fun, yo.
We dumb.
We having fun, yo. We just having fun.
Yo.
Knock it up. Try it again. Come back next year, bro. Do it next year. Max Planck.
Yo.
By the way, you know that's where the research was done on the Neanderthals and Max Planck. But just keep reading. Maybe somebody will give them something. Maybe somebody will do something for them.
Okay, so recent discoveries show that humans left Africa multiple times prior to 6,000 years ago, and that they interbred with other hominins in many locations across Eurasia. A review of recent research on dispersals by early modern humans from Africa to Asia by researchers from the Max Planck Institute for the Science of Human History in the University of Hawaii at Manoa. We know somebody there. Confirms that the traditional
Whoa. Hold on. Stop. Let me look at this.
We know somebody at the University of Hawaii. We need to get a paleoanthropologist.
Hold on. We're going to get somebody from that university to explain this to us.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. James, I'm going all the way. Hey, James, I don't stop, James. I'm going to get the expert on you. Just for you, Neanderthal, James, I'm going to get an expert.
We don't stop. We don't quit.
We don't stop. See, because we trying to stop the scammers. And now we know you scamming, James. See, now you scamming. Look, man, by the way, man, while we here, yo. Yeah, y'all never said that what you talking about. That's not, what you talking about. Yeah, we talking about you saying that the outer African theory was demolished. That's what we talking about, James. We talking about all the stuff you got wrong, James. That's what we talking about, James.
Wait. He said narrative meant theory, didn't he? That's what he said.
Yeah, all above. Everything you thought you said. And whatever you thought you said for the last 2 years, bro, you made it up.
That's what you get for letting the chat jump me the other day, James.
Yeah, you scamming.
Can you share something for me real quick?
No, we gotta finish this. Let me do this, and then we're gonna do that.
Oh shit.
Then we got you, so you can get the headshot.
Wait. Oh damn.
Yeah. Hey, look, is Kemetic priesthood the prototype of the Levitical priesthood, y'all? Coming up tomorrow, man. Y'all gotta be in the building, man.
That's wrong.
Y'all gotta be in the building, man. June 24th, man. Welcome to the big leagues, man. The House of Consciousness, man. Saw another TV, man. Sister Nepal and Sister Christina, man. They're getting in the gauntlet. We're gonna put them in there, and we're gonna close down the daggone ring, and they ain't gonna be able to get out. Somebody gonna emerge victorious, and somebody gonna emerge crying. Who gonna be crying? Who gonna be fumbling with their words? Who gonna be able to make the adjustment in the middle of their presentation when the mid-presentation get knocked off the screen or something? Who gonna be able to make that adjustment? In the middle of my debate, the daggone page crashed. I had my stuff on. Had to work my way through it. It's called a high-pressure situation. Y'all didn't even know it happened. Who gonna be able to make those adjustments? Man, y'all know it's going down, man, 7 p.m., man. We're gonna be in the building early, man. Me and the crew, making sure everything is working and right. Now let's get back to this, man. Let's finish it off and then let Gullah see what Gullah got.
No,
Hey,
no, I'm
Gullah,
gonna
that
tell
man
you.
actually said they overthrew the out of Africa. He really said that, Gullah.
He said that.
Said that, Gullah.
No,
Listen, I got screenshots.
I'm gonna tell you to look up. I'm gonna tell you to look up Basel West Africans.
Oh, that's
Here
going. That's
come that
going along with what
basil
we're
again.
saying.
Goddamn.
There you go with that basil.
Now
I'm
I
just
got
saying.
screenshots of him saying that in
Hold on,
Smash Chat.
I'm gonna try to share it to the link. Hold on.
All right, well, go ahead, Juju. Where you at? Where we at? Keep reading, because we're gonna
Damn.
finish him off with this. I wasn't saying that, y'all. He did make me play. So why did we play that? Old, ladies and gentlemen, why did we replay that? Lady, I'm making that
3
statement.
times. Not once, not twice, 3
Why
times.
did we play if that's not what he was talking about? Why do he keep saying that 1 to 4% make all of a sudden the Homo sapiens something different? No, it actually adds, like the lady said, those ancient human DNAs actually adds to the diversity of humans, and then she explained on how it was very helpful. See, I heard all of that. Did you not hear that, Juju?
Yes. Let me add something to that. That the lady with the dark hair, I don't remember her name, but she explained a bit about the advantageousness of diversity and spoke on that using the example of COVID. And she said that they noticed that people who had certain Neanderthal genes or traits or inherit that, had a what was she saying? Didn't do too good. But other people had different certain Neanderthal traits or genes passed, had an advantage. So it worked both ways, meaning that diversity works in our favor,
Yeah.
So
all right, let's finish them off.
I put the link in the back for whenever you get ready.
All right, got you. Go ahead, Juju. Where you was at? Because we finishing
I
them
don't know,
off.
but you want me to start at review of a recent research?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's where you stopped there, right?
That was okay. I don't
Is that
know.
where we was at? Did we stop there?
Somewhere near there. Yeah. It was somewhere near there.
Yeah, you read that.
That's at the very top. We did all that. Go down.
All right, go ahead. We right here. Yeah, we finishing them off. And I'm not stopping, James. I dare you. Dare you say something else. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we already talked about University of Hawaii. So I'm going to start here. University of Hawaii at Manoa confirms that a traditional view of a single dispersal of anatomical modern humans out of Africa around 60,000 years ago can no longer be seen as the full story. The analysis.
Where's that? Where we at?
I'm after. Yes.
The what? What'd you say, huh? You say, huh? What?
Yeah.
The what happened? The what can't be the what? The story, the for what? The huh?
The anatomical modern humans out of Africa.
Anatomically, the
anatomically.
Hold on.
Modern
H.
Humans.
That's AMH. When you hear that, then you know they're talking about Homo sapiens, ladies and gentlemen. Anatomically modern humans. Go ahead. They should say we have overturned the outer Africa model is demolished. They should say that, shouldn't they? In this scientific paper.
Speaking on this, they should.
Well, hold on. What was it written though?
22, 21. So it's 21, I think. I thought.
Where? No, it said.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, that was the other paper. Sorry.
Released. All right, go ahead. Let me stop playing with my food. Go ahead.
You look at you doing like an orca. You doing an orca well.
Yeah.
How they play with their food.
Flipping them around a little bit.
What? Flipping there.
Yeah. Look up the word. Look up the word. Narrative. Yeah. It's gonna be there. Now you're in the chat talking about that's not the only thing I was talking about. What you talking about?
Man.
I was saying that 1 to 4% of Neanderthal make the human something else.
Change that goalpost every day.
Every day he said. You got them screenshots too. Put them screenshots up too.
I will.
Since you like to make videos from 8 years ago. Yeah, go play this video.
8 years ago, really? Whew.
Go ahead. Let's stop playing with them. Go ahead. Let's get them out the analysis
published. So Homo sapiens or anatomically modern humans out of Africa around 60,000 years ago can no longer be seen as the full story.
So we're going to demolish that now.
Right. That's what we're demolishing, not the theory.
That's what we demolishing, bro.
Not the theory.
For you. Because the pseudo always died they damn source.
Stay dying.
No longer say that, bro. We're going to get rid of that, bro. For you, James.
The analysis published in the journal Science reviews the plethora of new discoveries being reported from Asia over the past decade, which were made possibly by technological advances and interdisciplinary collaborations, and shows that Homo sapiens reached distant parts of the Asian continent as well as near Oceania, much earlier than previously thought. Additionally, evidence that modern humans interbred with other hominins already present in Asia, such as Neanderthal and Denisovans, complicates the evolutionary history of our species.
Complicates it now. They wasn't realizing they was intermixing and all that. They had an idea of it. And you know how they had an idea, Juju? Do you want to know how they had an idea, Juju?
How?
Do you want to
Please explain.
Let me tell you. Since James want to act like I didn't know, he told me that. What I knew 10 years ago was they actually studied baboons. And they're different species of baboons. And what they learned was every time the ranges of baboons cross, they interbreed. They hybridize. See, so I've been understood that. Because remember, I'm the monkey man, remember? So I studied the baboons and the monkeys. This is how they already had an idea, but they didn't have the DNA yet, so they weren't quite sure. They didn't know. But they say for sure, different species of baboons mix. Seen a whole video of it. And when I see a good video, yo, I start getting sources, start pulling the work from the journals. I do all that, James. So I've been knew that, bro. You ain't teach me nothing. Need to go teach yourself. Because if you taught me, you would understand the way I understand it. And so that y'all know this is the homework that we was talking about in that damn video. This is coming from the Max Planck. Now watch this. And they're going to start talking about Neanderthal. Go ahead, Juju. Where you at?
This finna kill it right here. New model. That's where I'm at. Go down with your arrow. Go down. New model. You see it right there. New model. Multiple dispersals of modern humans out of Africa, beginning as early as 120,000 years ago.
Yeah, that's what we doing, yo. See, that's how we do. That's called checkmate in my circles.
That's a checkmate, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, tap out, yo. Say, you know what? I was probably wrong right there, yo. And then start arguing about something else.
You got the dag on his throat, afraid to pull it out because you know he's gonna bleed out.
Go ahead, keep going. The authors brought together findings. Go ahead.
The author brought together findings from multiple recent studies to refine the picture of human dispersals out of Africa and into Asia. While scientists once thought that humans first left Africa in a single wave of migration about 60,000 years ago, recent studies have identified modern human fossils in far reaches of Asia that are potentially much older. For example, Homo sapien remains have been found at multiple sites in southern and central China that have been dated to between 70,000 and 120,000 years ago. Additional finds indicate that modern humans reached Southeast Asia and Australia prior to 60,000 years ago.
So that's what they was talking about in the damn video that your man Neanderthal James gave us.
Continue. However, is that where we are? However, recent studies do confirm that all present-day non-African populations branched off from a single ancestral population in Africa.
What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? The non-African population did what? Branched off from a single ancestral population in Africa approximately 60,000 years ago. He trying to say that non-Africans ain't really humans. They Neanderthal because they got 1 to 4% of it. Ain't that what that man said? That's what that
My
man said.
God.
That man said that. That man got up here for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks and said that because they got 1 to 4% Neanderthal and all of a sudden they something else. Keep reading, yo. We're gonna finish them off, yo, and I'm done with this.
Oh my God. Let's just say the initial dispersal out of Africa prior to 60,000 years ago were likely. Did I skip? Did I go?
Yeah, we up here.
Okay,
right
my bad. However, other recent studies do confirm that all present-day non-African populations branched off from a single ancestral population in Africa approximately 60,000 years ago. This could indicate that there were multiple small dispersals of humans out of Africa, beginning as early as 120,000 years ago, followed by major dispersals 60,000 years ago. While the recent dispersals contributed the bulk of the genetic makeup of present-day non-Africans, the early dispersals are still evident. The
It say
initial
what?
dispersal,
Hold on, what? It say what?
while the
It say
recent
while a recent dispersal
contributed the bulk of
bulk
genetic
bulk.
makeup of present-day
Yeah.
non-Africans,
Yeah.
the early dispersals are still evident.
Yeah. Keep reading.
Where
Keep
am I?
going. Watch this.
Where are we?
Watch this. It's
Okay,
gonna get
you
ugly. Now it's
scrolling
getting.
up.
Now we stomping them out. Now we stomping them out. You know how
Kicking
you
them while
got to
they
bring them.
down.
Now he kicking them while he down now because he
Damn
down.
right.
Man down. James down.
He needs
James
some
down. It got you
Gatorade, some
slick.
water, some milk. He needs some milk. The initial
Yeah.
dispersals out of Africa prior to 60,000 years ago were likely the small group of foragers, and at least some of these early dispersals left low-level genetic traits in modern human populations. A later major out of Africa event most likely occurred around 60,000 years ago or thereafter, explains Michael Pedrigilla of the Max Planck Institute of the Science of Human History. So multiple interbreeding events. You want to go there? I mean,
Yeah.
I think
What?
you
Yeah.
do. Shit.
Yeah, we want to
You don't
talk
need a
about
lot of
the
milk.
multiple inbreeding. That's what he got slick at and tried to trick us. He tried to trick us with that.
My God.
Yeah, he tried to
Okay.
trick us with that.
All right, let me go off.
Yeah.
Recent genetic research has resolved the question of whether or not modern humans interbred with other ancient hominins.
Modern who though?
Modern humans.
Modern humans. AMH. Keep going.
Interbred with other ancient hominins.
Uh-huh.
They definitely did.
Uh-huh.
Modern humans interbred not only with Neanderthals, but also with our recent discovered relatives, the Denisovans,
Keep going.
as well as currently unidentified populations of pre-modern hominins. One estimate.
What? As well as currently unidentified populations of
modern hominins.
Are you getting what they're saying? They're saying that prior to pre-modern hominins, there was some interbreeding.
Right.
Post-modern hominids, you know what I mean? Like then you get the Denisovan and the Neanderthal. Oh, keep going. One estimate is that
all present day non-Africans have 1 to 4% Neanderthal heritage, while another group has estimated that modern Melanesians have an average of 5% Denisovan heritage. And all, it is
what does
now.
This mean? Does this mean that all of a sudden that these modern humans aren't humans?
Denisovan. No.
Does it mean that? Let's see. In all, it what?
In all, it is now clear that modern humans, Neanderthals, Denisovans, and perhaps other hominin groups likely overlapped in time and space in Asia, and they certainly had many instances of interaction. The increasing evidence of interaction suggests that the spread of material culture is also more complicated than previously thought. Indeed, what we are seeing in the behavioral record is that the spread of so-called modern human behaviors did not occur in a simple time transgressive process from west to east. Rather, ecological variations needs to be considered in in concert with behavioral variation between the different hominin populations present in Asia during the late Pleistocene. During the late Pleistocene, explains Christopher Bay at the University of Hawaii.
Yeah,
He's
we
at
need
the
to get him
University
and
of
talk to
Hawaii.
him. We need to talk to him.
Christopher Bay, we got him.
We gotta get him.
Ah,
Go ahead.
shit.
Go ahead.
In light of these new discoveries, our understanding of human movements across the old world has become much more complex, and there are still many questions left open. The author argue for the development of more complicated models of human dispersals and for conducting new research in the many areas of Asia where none has been done to date. Additionally, it will be important to review materials collected prior to the development of modern analytical methods to see what more can now be learned from them. Fortunately, states Katrina Duca, also of the Max Planck Institute for the Science of Human History, there have been an increasing number of multidisciplinary research programs launched in Asia over the past few decades. The information that is being reported is helping to fill in the gaps in the evolutionary records.
Yeah, we
This is an
filling the gap.
exciting time to be involved with interdisciplinary research projects across Asia, adds Bay.
Yeah, we're
The
gonna get
end.
Bay up in here.
Yep,
Yeah,
Christopher
you
Bay.
done. You done. You should be out the chat by now. You're done.
I got my source in the back.
We lying. We lying now.
Yeah.
How we lying?
Yeah. Yeah, you wild out. Who lying? Nope. Yeah, you know, we had fun in the chat. The chat is fun.
James
Hey,
said you lying on him, Unc. That's
Hey, can you
James just came up here and said it. Do we gotta play the do we gotta rewind the video, yo?
I think we need to listen to
Do
it just
you
one
want us
more
to
time
rewind the
for
video,
fun.
James? You
Just
was
for
trying to tell
fun.
that lady was talking about the this mouse in the damn out of Africa theory.
That's what he said.
That's what you said, James.
That's what he said.
Wait, a one in the chat if James said that. Put a one in the chat if y'all heard James say that. Somebody put a one in the chat if you heard James make that wild statement. That he thought that the scientists were saying, yeah, they gotta throw it away.
Hey, can y'all share my link in the back in the chat?
Yeah, what is saying? It's dealing with this conversation, right? You ain't gonna throw us to the
yeah.
left, are you?
No, it's dealing with
You ain't gonna throw us.
It just happened.
You
It just
taking
so
us
happened.
all the way to what? Where we at in West Africa, the Basel.
It just so happened to be in this article. Go down to where it say Chin 2020 on the first paragraph.
All right, let me share the screen. And this the headshot. We already stomped them out. Where you want us to go? Right here.
You always gotta get them in the head to make sure they dead.
It got Neanderthals on West Africa. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Gullah gotta fix that. Gullah.
Hold on. You see it?
See
I
what?
see in the history. I see Neanderthal in West Africa. Do I see that? Or am I tripping? Am I tripping?
Where it say down
Right
here?
here.
Where it say?
I ain't go down there. What about up here, yo?
Oh, you gotta read. They talking about an overview overall, like human history.
Oh, utilizing West Africa. Archaic humans, the set of early or archaic humans numbering around 25,000 between 23,000 27,000 from early last common ancestors, sand people, and all over the modern humans or humans and Neanderthals and approximately have occurred. What?
They talking about when the humans and Neanderthals split, but I want you to go down.
Okay. All right, where you want me to go?
Go down to where it say Chin 2020. Where it say
is it in the section West Africa hunter gatherers, Corey saying?
No, it's in the same. It's in the same first paragraph.
Chin, I see it. Chin, go ahead. Chin, 2020, right? Chin.
He says start there.
Found that Africans have higher Neanderthal ancestry than previously thought. 2,504 African samples from all over Africa were analyzed and tested on Neanderthal ancestry. All African samples showed evidence for minor Neanderthal ancestry, but always at lower levels observed in Eurasia. Even before 300,000 to 200,000, when the ancestors of the modern sand split from other modern humans, the group to split the most early from modern humans may have been basal West Africans. Yet the basal West Africans did not split before Neanderthals split from modern humans. Where you go at?
I'll
Dead
just
as
showing them.
Neanderthal again, huh?
I'm just showing them that African populations, even though it's minor, they have Neanderthal DNA. Do that make them a different species? Like, come on, like.
Yeah. He'll say, "Well, they ain't got as much, so it's just enough to make them not." See, he don't know what he's talking about. That's the point. Yeah, he said all that. Nobody lying on you.
But I thought he just said yesterday that we all same species. He changed that up again today.
Well, yeah, he don't know what he's doing now. At this point, he just looking crazy.
Just seeking
Man, what
attention.
them ones that they put them ones in the chat?
They did.
Yeah, at this point, if he keep coming at you or whatever, he just seeking attention. You gotta recognize it.
Huh?
I said at this point, if he going against what they saying, then he just seeking attention at this point.
Yeah,
Like you gotta acknowledge that. Then it don't even make sense to argue with him after that. Because now we know what he's doing.
Somebody say Marco Polo. Unc always gotta beat someone up. Shaking my head. I gotta beat you up when you stick your chest out. I can hit you. You stick your chest out, I can hit you in your chest. Everybody tell him to stick your chest out. If he came in humble, we could have went through this together. And I ain't finished yet, though. Where you at? I ain't finished. I won't finish that video. It's some stuff in that video that I gotta play, yo. I just gotta find it, yo. I gotta find when the other people is talking in the video. It's other people making statements in this video.
I like the chick with the dark hair. She made some pretty powerful statements.
The Indian
also.
chick, the kind of like the Indian chick made.
Yes.
She's like, no, he had. Let me see.
Facts. The Indian chick was on point.
By some of the archaeologists there, so we were thinking it need to be revamped.
I think that what, or at least sort of what Becky, and so rather than actually do, which really interrogates.
Read that some of those who led the study,
right, it wasn't unidirectional and extinct.
So what's your view?
All right, here we go. You hear Juju? Here we go.
Is there a new approach that really needs to take root in the field for the kind of progress that we all want to have happen to take place?
Yes, my frustration has always been the existing models that I have to put my work in. So I'm very interested in middle and late Pleistocene evolution in Asia. But the interpretive frameworks available to me have been language that just doesn't make sense to me. So, the origin of modern humans.
By the way, she's Asian too. Remember I said there's no one way to be Asian, just for the record, for those who really study, no.
And extinction and the idea that Homo erectus went extinct and was replaced. I felt like I was doing like retroactive racism by saying, okay, these are pure, these are us, and these are other. Asia wasn't.
James always talk about the pure African, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
Racism.
Yeah, and that's what Sorkieta say that he talked down on, and there's such thing as no true African. I got a whole article where he talking commenting on that statement.
Want that article, Gullah?
You want that article? We're gonna do a show on it.
Just this recipient of evolutionary innovations that came out of Africa, or even these evolutionary novelties that came from Europe, right? It wasn't unidirectional. That there was that the gene flow was moving both ways, and that maybe some of the specimens that we're looking at in Central Asia, Southwest Asia, Eastern Europe, have also been shaped by gene flow from the East.
I understand that there's yet another cranium that was found that's called Homo longi, or dragon man. This one was discovered in Northeast China. And I've read that some of those who led the study, I think it was Chris Stringer of the British Museum, have suggested that maybe Homo longi is the closest relative to us in terms of the Paleolithic family tree. So does that strengthen your view that we really need to think locally about our lineage? Is that another piece of evidence in favor of that perspective?
That's a really good question, and I would actually, my answer might be unexpected to you, which is no, it doesn't.
Okay, did y'all get that? Did you understand what just happened, Juju?
No, I wasn't listening. I'm not gonna lie, I was reading. I'm sorry.
Oh wow. Okay.
Sorry. I was reading. I'm sorry.
This is serious right here. This is shit James trying to pull off.
Replay it one more time.
This is what the Native Americans trying to pull off.
It won't hurt.
All this being said, are you saying that Homo sapiens are locally, meaning they locally evolved in Asia? She clears it all up. Watch. Here you go.
Looking at in Central Asia, Southwest Asia, Eastern Europe, have also been shaped by gene flow from the East.
Right.
I understand that there's yet a...
So she's talking about gene flow going back and forth. So a person who don't understand this whole process, they'll think that, hey, something started in Europe, something started in Africa, and the gene flows back and forth. No, that's not what she's actually saying. They are still adhering to the outer Africa theory. But she's saying even with that, right, they're no longer in that archaic type of thinking that after they left Africa, right, and did what they did, gene flow still goes back and forth.
Even back to Africa. Hence why you have
Absolutely.
Neanderthal genes in Africa.
Absolutely.
Yes, I understand that. Yes, I just missed it. Sorry, I was reading.
Now, but she's going to answer the question, though. It's important.
Another cranium that was found that's called Homo longi, or dragon man. This one was discovered in Northeast China. And I've read that some of those who led the study, I think it was Chris Stringer of the British Museum, have suggested that maybe Homo longi is the closest relative to us in terms of the Paleolithic family tree. So does that strengthen your view that we really need to think locally about our lineage? Is that another piece of evidence in favor of that perspective?
That's a really good question, and I would actually, my answer might be unexpected to you, which is no, it doesn't strengthen it, because this comes back to some of the work I do, which really interrogates the language that we're using. Right? I don't subscribe immediately to something being a new species just because it's been named as such. One of the things that I think drives this idea that this is like us, it really conforms to our understanding of what modern humans look like based on what Europeans look like, right? And so it doesn't have a big brain, doesn't have a globular head, doesn't have smaller teeth. And so rather than actually look at the fossil record in the early late Pleistocene or the late middle Pleistocene and say, well, what were the patterns of variation around the world at that time, and let that be what defines us, we take this type and then we search for it around the world. There's a very fascinating correlation between major climatic events that happen that really shape China and the Chinese landscape at the time period that all of these fossils, such as the Longhi specimen and some of the other things that were recently published from the site of Xuchang and Hualongdong, that are at least sort of what Becky, works on, evidence that there were things that would have relaxed the climatic barriers and allowed for gene flow. And, could that be why we're seeing some of these new morphologies at this time period around 300,000 years? It's a period of incredible warming and stability, which really facilitates populations coming together.
And does any of this have an impact on when we should imagine Homo sapiens having arrived in Asia?
They're going to talk about Homo sapiens arriving in Asia now. Check it out.
Do those dates need to be revamped?
I think that what needs to be revamped is the idea that Homo sapiens evolution is going to be this clean event and not a process. Homo sapiens evolution is a process. And so we can't name it as being a moment in time and an arrival in another place.
And so building on that thought, Sheila, I'd like to turn now to another set of discussions.
Hey, yo, this is a high level conversation, yo. You definitely got to have some background shit together, else you're going to mess this all up. You're not even going to understand what she's saying or how she's saying or what she's talking about. You're not going to even be able to get it. You're just going to mess it up and howl out your mouth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Europeans is 1.4%. Yeah, though. Yeah, that's what you're going to get out of that. I'm going to stop it right here, man. Y'all got the video, man. Look at the title right there. Get that. There's also a website associated with that. So then you can also read and look at, a top-notch website. Right? And right here, World Science Festival, man. I want y'all to read on some of these experts that was actually speaking. All right. Yeah, a lot of stuff in here, man. Participants. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? These, you know what I'm saying? These people are actually, like, yeah, man, this is it, man. It's the World Science Festival, man. Right? Off the chain, y'all watch the video. You know what I'm saying? And, just for the record, man, I think the actual video itself was top notch, yo.
It was
right?
a good video.
And they give you a time scale and all that with the Homo sapiens. It was kind of deep, man. All of it was, let me see. That it? This was good right here. Now, this was interesting. I want to go ahead and put this out here before the Native Americans, Blackians, come out and mess it up. Let me put this out here for y'all mess it up. There you go.
We met a member of yet.
Unc, we don't hear anything.
All of this was going on in what archaeologists call the Middle to Late Paleolithic, off from a common ancestor. And from then, it took about another 4 million years for an adventurous group of archaic humans called Homo erectus, or upright man, to leave Africa. Now, this group spread across a wide swath from southern Europe to Eastern Asia, and were last seen, at least according to the fossil record, about 108,000 years ago in Indonesia. That timing probably overlapped with that of early Homo sapiens, but fossil evidence seems to put them in different geographic locations, so whether members of the two groups ever met, that is still an open question. Now, all of this was going on in what archaeologists call the Middle to Late Paleolithic, a period that has yielded stunning discoveries. In just the last decade, we've learned that between roughly 100,000 and 50,000 years ago, at least 6 other groups of early hominids walked the earth at the same time as Homo sapiens. The previously much maligned Neanderthals, a group in Asia called the Denisovans. At least 3 different groups of hobbit-like humans in South Africa, Homo naledi, in Indonesia, Homo floresiensis, and in the Philippines, Homo luzonensis. And recently, we met a member of yet one more group in China called Homo longi, fondly referred to as dragon men, and it turns out that's a compliment. In North America, we also learned that a haunting set of footprints in White Sands National Park likely belonged to a group of early humans who lived there before the last glacial maximum or ice age, which is tens of thousands of years before conventional wisdom placed human arrival in the Americas. Is it time to completely reevaluate who we are as a species? What have we inherited from those long-lost ancestors, and what can they tell us about ourselves?
Yeah, they're gonna
Oh
get that.
Lord.
Y'all better watch that one time.
Oh Lord.
What? Yeah.
They're gonna try to claim that now. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. I just wanted to put it out there. I'm trying to help them out. Put them in the trap. Put them in the trap.
Lord.
Yo, stupid. The Kyle funny.
Kyle is hilarious.
Hey, yeah, this is James right here. This is James said. Enjoy, y'all laugh. I'm out. You got kicked out the contest, yo. You done, yo.
I mean, he go in every chat and talk about how wrong we are and how right he is. And
Right. He
Blah,
done now. He
how
can't even talk
stupid
no
and
more.
dumb. You know, called us dumb so many times. It ain't even
I ain't
funny.
man. That's because we just the temperature. The temperature get hot when you beating them down. Right? I mean, he think he had a win.
They turn into some narcissists when they lose.
Yep. You're gonna always lose. You ain't gonna beat the experts. Messing up terms, don't know what it is. And then he gonna think, Gala, how long we been talking about hybridization, yo?
They're talking about this shit for about at least 10 years, man.
Right. Come on. Come on, James.
No, James taught us hybridization.
Jones taught me. And then you taught me wrong.
Shit, and Goals was talking about that shit on Blog Talk.
Man, we got 4 whole conversations on that. So,
Then he indirectly brought us an excellent source.
Right. That pseudo always dies at coaches.
Brought us an excellent, like that was some good shit right there.
It really was.
I tried top notch.
Wait. Thank you, James, for the video.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one. I learned something from that one. Shit, that was a really good one.
We appreciate you, Neanderthal James.
Neanderthal James, yo, definitely brought something to the table. But like they say, ladies and gentlemen, a pseudo what, y'all?
Always
dies.
Fall on his own gun.
He pulled the Plexico birds
Fall
on
on his own sword.
He said he Plexicoed himself.
Shot himself right in the legs. Shot himself in the legs.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
But he did change it up a lot, though, right? Because it all started with the Europeans being the way they are because of the Neanderthal, right? Ain't that where it all started?
It all started with Neanderthals being another species.
Exactly.
I beat him that point. What
He
you
don't
saying, huh?
He don't even know the basic biology basics, and he a genetic expert all of a sudden.
1.1 to 4% Neanderthal genes make you a different human. He said that. The lady said the 1 to 4% of incursion to the genes helps diversify us even more, is what it said. Then we read in the article off the paper that was talking about the narrative thing that you had pre-hominids that mixed into the population of Africa in Africa. We've been talking about that for 10 years. Ghost genes. I mean, they haven't identified it. Yeah, all this thing went down today, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Went to the high-level journal of science, went to the paper, type in narrative and out of Africa theory. He did all that. And every time, he just, look, come on, man, we ain't doing this, man. It's funny to me, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to celebrate this victory. And I'm no longer talking to James about this. I think I made it cleared up for everybody. Right. And I knew that video there, he couldn't understand. I knew that. That wasn't the thing. I was like, oh, James don't understand this video. That's why I looked at it 5 times.
You
gotta
fucked
have
it
a
all
lot
up.
of background with that. You gotta know, just because they saying humans don't mean they mean Homo sapiens sapiens. And they interchange it back and forth. And then they say this time period here, and you gotta know what human falls in this time period. James wasn't gonna get all that. He was gonna mess that up, Yeah, I'm gonna leave James alone, man. At this point, man. Look, man, there's a lot of stars that came out tonight, man.
All-star cast.
All-star cast starring Neanderthal James, right?
Yes, he was definitely the star.
He was definitely star of the show.
Gotta give it to him.
Gotta get it to him. Definitely a lot of stars that came up in here, man. Man, look, man, the mom man's going down, man. All right, it's that debate, man, and it's definitely going down, man. Man, Mars, man, put that link in there, man. Go get that. All right. 7 o'clock, man. Be in the building early, man. Get your tickets, man. They hot on the press, man. Man, go ahead and support people to support you, man. Sister Nepal, Sister Christine, it's going down, man. Man, I hope they ain't getting nervous, man, because the time is here, man. If they ain't got their program together, they in trouble. Man, it's a Bobby Banger special, man. Sarnetta TV, man. Simulcasting with community skeptics, man. Shout out to y'all over there, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We taking y'all out with Smash Rockwells, man. Man, make sure y'all stay the show improves, man. Shout out to Neanderthal James, man. Kyle, man, is definitely a star, man. He was in the building, man. I see you, Jerry Chandler was in the building. 504, top level, flying high, was in the building, man. Y'all all seen it for yourself, man. Pure Black, man, was in the building, man. What's up, Steve, man? What it do, man? Business, man. What's going on with you? Burning down the missionaries, man. Put that red dot on his head, man. Hindu tradition, man. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. Man from Bowman's in the building, man. Clark Kent was in the building. Juju, the pseudo killers was here, man. Love it. Was in the building, man. Pseudo killers, man. Guys and Gozy, man. Hey. Y'all know what it is, y'all. It's the what? Yeah.
It's the God killer. The God killer. That's who it is. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer.
Man. Tell James, man.
Where the hell did James go? Y'all thought I was leaving, huh? Y'all thought I was gonna stop beating up on James? hell is going on? Hell no, I'm not gonna stop beating up on James. He done got on my nerves. 3-4 weeks straight, then whipped out videos on me. Talking about stuff I said 9 years ago. Talking about I couldn't change what I was saying. He did all that. Y'all thought the show was over. I'm just getting started, god damn it.
Man.
Just to shoot herself in both legs.
Right.
I thought we was done. You thought the show was over with? Did you think I was gonna let him get away with that? Is that what y'all was thinking?
Oh,
man, we got another hour beating up on James.
Damn, Kent.
They serve notice around here. Yeah, when you come hard, don't be wrong. You know what they say, yo. When you come for the king, you bet not miss.
Bet not.
You know what it is. Yeah. Thought I was finished, didn't you? Come with another article. Fine. That is wrong with this man.
Go ahead and share the screen.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
The funniest shit. I swear.
What's wrong with this man? Yo, you better go ahead with that, man. With that nonsense, man. Shoot. What's wrong with him, man? You better go ahead with that, man. Stop it, man. Knock it off, man. You stop playing. You be playing too much, man. Tripping, man.
Kyle
you know what
said,
you talking about, huh?
Kyle said, "Rip James, rest in pseudoisms." Yeah.
Oh man, you tripping, yo.
Oh my God.
Oh, you James, man. Play too much, man.
Play entirely too much.
Hey, entirely too much, man. Like you know what the hell he talking about. When did James ever know what he was talking about? Tripping. Tripping, yo. Yeah. Since I know you coming anyway, I might as well just make sure you finish. New gene variants reveal evolution in human skin color. He ain't even got this article right here.
Oh my goodness.
No, he don't got it. He's just he's reckless.
I blame his friends. James ain't got no friends because everybody was putting a battery in his pack, bigging him up.
Like, left him out there, knowing daggone well. Knowing damn well Unc ain't gonna stop. Bobby banging. They don't call me Bobby banging for no reason.
Exactly.
Going hard, yo. Come on, yo.
People. His name Bobby Banger. That's what we do.
Yeah. What else you talked about? You talked about jeans. You ain't know what you was talking about, James.
We don't beat drums.
Yeah. Share screen. New gene variants reveal evolution of human skin color. Some of the mutations responsible for lighter skin in Europeans turned out to have an ancient African origin, James. What's wrong with him? What the hell wrong with him? I'm gonna say it again. Some of the mutations responsible for lighter skin, unbeknown to James, in Europeans, turns out to have an African ancient origins.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something?
Right?
Man down. Man down.
Gotta call for backup, please.
Back up. Somebody help him. Due diligence. Where you at? They all left him out there. Man down.
Everybody. Shoot.
Man down.
You have no friends. Where your friends at, James?
Yeah. Somebody go save him. Yeah, right. Playing.
At least drag him out the middle of the road.
Yeah, I got him in roadkill. You tripping.
Somebody put a blanket over him, something. Have a little bit of respect.
Yeah, kissing off.
For the body.
Yeah, he don't even know about kissing off. Tussing off. Let me say it right. Tussing off. He don't even know about her. Guess where I met her at? Holiday lecture series. Howard Hughes. Holiday lecture series. Best damn lecture I ever seen. She was talking to some daggone high school students. The whole thing was based off of that. What? Many of the gene variants that cause light skin in Europeans have origins in Africa. Let me find that date on there. Tripping.
He
This
gonna like
burning force
that.
30,000 years ago. There wasn't no damn Egypt 30,000 years ago. But probably brought to East Africa by people migrating in the Middle East, Tesnov says. But though many East Africans have this genes, they don't have white skin. Difference between white skin, all right? No, probably because it is just one of the several genes that shape their skin color. So James was thinking it was just one gene. That's what he was thinking. Yeah, James. The team proposed that the variants arose in Africa as early as what, y'all? 1 million years ago.
Yep.
1 million years ago, and spread later to Europeans and Asia. The gene variant that causes light skin and Europe have origins in Africa. Tisk off. Yeah. That's 1 million years, bro. So when your man, Samantha Kiata, talked about people with light skin 70,000 years in Africa, yo, he wasn't wrong. Knock it off. Yeah, man down.
No, he said Soy Kiata was pseudo, though, remember?
Right. Man down.
I knew something was wrong with
We
him.
just like to get him out of there sometimes, bro. Get him out of there. Yo, you tripping, yo. Crazy, yo.
My God. It's unbelievable.
Right. Yeah, say you ain't said that. Well, I ain't say that. I was there. Yeah, you said it. Don't make me. We got the clip up crew. Don't make us clip you up.
Shoot. Clips and
clip
pictures.
them up. I'm gonna make them clip them up. Playing, yo. Yeah, if he wasn't as loud, yo, if he just was a good guy, because he is a good guy, but he was loud with that. I done taught you this, I done taught you that, I done taught. Really, yo? Not saying you can't. Yeah, I don't think James can actually teach me. I think he can bring experts that teach me. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he did.
He did bring experts. Good job, yo.
He brought an expert. He did.
Oh man. Oh man.
Kyle, funny with it. Kyle
and
sent
Lord
me
James, yo.
He sent me
Appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try this again.
Oh my gosh.
Let's try it again. Hey Kent, what it do?
Yo, what's happening?
What's wrong with him, man? Why he thought he was gonna be able to get that off, yo? What about me made him think he'd get that off?
He just hard-headed, man.
Yeah, hard-headed.
You know, when they hard-headed and they ain't getting no attention, you know what I mean? They start to do shit like that. But that's why, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I call it disingenuous at that point.
Yeah,
man. If you come in to build and you looking at the sources and y'all going back and forth like that, then that's one thing. But when you done went every day for like a year arguing the same old shit,
no matter how bad you leave,
I started to think it's a problem with you. It's crazy, man.
Hey, yeah.
But you know, it's all good.
Neanderthal James. Yeah. Yeah, he thought, like, really? Really? We need to stop that, man. Yo, we study evolution around here, yo. We've been studying evolution about 15 years, yo. Not to mention, yo, we definitely gonna get the expert on him. We ain't finished with that. The expert is coming.
Christopher Bay.
Right. They wrote the article. Why you playing? Now, how about that? Email already went out. Now, hey man, we like having fun around here, man, but we don't want to confuse people, yo. We don't want the Native American, African Americans to think that some kind of way they can pop up in America out of nowhere. Without coming from Africa, yo. All these conversations, man, is to make sure we put ourselves on a high level, yo. We're just having fun around here, man. We appreciate the whole chat, man. We appreciate everything that's going on, man. We just do, yo. Yeah, that's without, you know what I mean? Ain't no stage joke, man. We appreciate all the support around here, man. Really do, yo. And that's just real, yo.
Brother polite to say I'm animalistic, cause I still
Yeah.
do with my hand on my biscuit.
Hand on my
These
biscuit.
fools think I'm cannibalistic.
Cannibalistic.
Divination, channel the mystic.
Yeah, I'm just having fun. Y'all know what it is, man. We enjoying that right there, man. That's Smash Rockwell's right there, man.
That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. Invisible, independent, and transition.
Yeah, we in that game.
Bring it all to an end.
All the way.
Indivisible games, Charles Xavier, getting
That's
your
how we
brain.
do it.
Mental anguish, a manifesting physical pain. Wizard remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then
All day, every day.
Got military machinery that exercise, weaponized.
Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Hey, man, pure black, man, flying hard, man. Y'all know what it is, man. 504 level. Y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate it. God killer, y'all.
God killer.
Yeah.
God killer. God killer. Yeah. God
Yeah, that's hot, yo. That's how we doing that. Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. We appreciate that, man. Make sure y'all support that debate, man. All day, every day, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We in here, man. All day, every day, man. Pseudo killers, man. Black News 102, man. Appreciate everybody for sliding through, right? Did y'all think the show was over with? Hell no. I ain't finished yet. Share that screen.
Don't share the screen, man.
Share that screen. Did y'all think the show was over with, man? Y'all couldn't have thought that, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta set an example.
That's funny.
Gotta set an example sometime. Where you at, James? Sharing my screen. Come with another article from the Journal of Science. Yeah, this is how we do this, man. We ain't playing with these people, man. They play too much, man. Think they can just jump like that, man. Jump ready. You know what I'm saying? I stay ready. So I don't gotta get ready. Bring y'all to the screen with the maps. Yeah, skin color variant during human history. Skin color map of indigenous African people based on the data collected at the Italian geographer Renito Bashadi. Some variants associated with MFSD 12, DDB1, and OCA2 occur more than what, y'all? 500,000 years ago, 500,000 years ago in Africa. Variants associated with SLC2485 or TYP1 and SLC4582. Or more recent, but SLC2485 has been introduced by migrants back into Africa, where it contributes to skin color diversity. Gene flowing back and forth. More than 500,000 years ago. Man, sometimes, man, you just gotta know when to leave people alone, man. Don't get me started. I go all week on this. Sources for days. Y'all not getting around the experts. Now we come together and we learn and we challenge each other, yo, but knock it off. It's flim-flamming and the bim-bamming and the making it up and acting like you know what you're talking about and planning and putting up sources and it's not representing none of what you're talking about is wild to me, yo. Yeah, but we enjoying it, man. That's a good one right here. Skin variation in Africa. And maybe some people need to read this one. Trump tight around here, y'all. Man, shout out to the community, man. Let me see. Man. All right. That's where we at, man. Yeah, and we got a subscription to it. Don't play. We don't play with me. Don't play. We don't hold on. Y'all think we bluffing, don't y'all? I know y'all think we bluffing. We ain't bluffing. We don't be bluffing, yo. We hold subscriptions to this. We don't be playing. Yeah, we don't be just halfway. We spend the money to get you the information, yo. Don't be coming at me if you Googling. That's all you can do is Google. Yeah, don't. Yeah. Nope. You know what I'm saying, Juju, don't be the guy who you can only get it from the internet. You feel me? Yeah, don't do it. Be the guy that's gonna spend money. Don't be the guy that pull up a YouTube video and think that's gonna be enough.
Wait.
What?
Bobby.
What?
You the conscious community, Dr. Kevorkian. They say you be assisting folks with pseudoscience. Kyle is shot out.
Wow. Yeah, he shot out.
Yo.
Yeah,
That's
don't
funny.
be playing. Yeah, if all you can do is Google, if you ain't willing to spend $300 on the journal of Nature and Science, yo, then don't come at me. Go chill out, relax. Let's learn together. Let's break bread together. We breaking bread together. Glacial bears, newly identified polar bear populations shed light on the future. Yeah, they identified a new population. Y'all thought they was gone, huh? Thought they was leaving, huh? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it ain't gonna be that easy. I just look dumb. Man, when y'all got a chance, man, go and get the book. Get the homework. Chronology of Human Evolution. Go get that. Easy read. Easy read. All right, get that. Y'all know what it is, man. And then join me in reading The Destruction of Black Civilization. I try to read it once or twice a year, man. At least once, man. All right. I done ran through a couple copies. This is my favorite read, yo. Y'all know what it is, man. We ain't playing, we ain't losing around here, yo. And yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that came through tonight, man. Hit that Cash App, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We'll be gone for real here, man. But for real, yo, I just appreciate, everybody, man. Y'all keep y'all head up, man. Man, don't let the pseudos turn down the community, man. Don't be arguing over pseudos, bro. All right, keep it 100, man. Everybody chill out, man. And shout out to Sarnetta, man. Shout out to all the supporting channels, man. Pseudo killers, man. Community of skeptics. Big up to Sean and them. Kofi Psi research team, man. The Masters, man. Shout out to them, man. All right. Y'all know what it is, man. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, yo. Just wanted to let them know, yo. Warning shots, yo. That's warning shots. That's the tip of the iceberg, yo. James, you come again, yo. I'm completely demolish you, yo. Put the editing team on you next. Keep playing. Put you in a cartoon, yo. Keep playing, yo. Yeah, because you confuse people, yo. Confuse nobody with that. Neanderthal, the humans, the flim flamming the words, messing it all up, all that, yo. Come on, man. Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's presentation, man. We 3 hours too long. And I gotta get up early in the morning, yo. You feel me?
Lord.
Yeah, I gotta get up early in the morning. I did too much.
Oh, y'all ain't get up yet?
What? Stop it. You funny, yo.
Gotta go to sleep to do
Nah,
that.
the day done started, yo. The sun about to come up in about 2 hours.
Damn.
About 3:48, man.
Yeah, I'm going to bed, man. I messed with James, man.
Sweet dreams, y'all. Beautiful nightmares.
I gotta get up early too. I gotta get up early, man. I gotta hit that gym early, man.
Lord.
Oh man. Goodness gracious, man. Goodness, messing with James. James ain't got no sense, man.
He done bled out now, so he shouldn't be back tomorrow. He should be out. He should be good.
Oh, he gonna come back. He gonna keep doing it because he just, you know what I'm saying?
He got a problem.
Got a problem, yo. You know what I mean? He ain't getting past it though. That's the point, though. You ain't getting past it. Where is it? Oh, he ain't getting past it, man.
I'm just
and I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Alright, it's getting kinda dirty in these YouTube streets. The Amin Ra squad, God thinking you dudes weak. Islam or Judaism, but you learn what you dudes teach. The West African rapper slapping with that voodoo speech. All that sub-Saharan care about a cuckoo feet. I'm like Norm or that agricultural farmer that grew you wheat for the storehouses. We feed the Hebrews and lead the people when we defeat the feeble. They wanna know polite rip me off, but Sinetta paid me my money though. That mean he 100. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Nubian with the Jews, I rock the pinky. I think Jesus got to save me. A doctor save me, a Dr. Inky. I cop the copper jewels on blue and red. I'm not the chakra doctor, y'all claim woke. But you in bed, you won't pop a chopper, you Grandmaster J. You just talking. Punks turn the other cheek and you will walk away. Y'all gon' have to pardon my Moorish. That's to Harker Bay. I'm on that black African power on my darkest day. And that's my brother Ankh stomping them other punks. We brought them gators to Italy, you loving the Moors. And now I'm teaching from my shrine like Brother Jabari. Scope in the savannah cause I'm on another safari. Tasha K showed us Frank record. Young Pharaoh just losing his mind and y'all can't help him. I know one thing, you're a fool if you're still out here donating to Umar school. That shit cool. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Look. You showing your hidden colors like Tariq Nasheed. A bunch of pseudo-information I don't think I need. Probably lying on the text, ask Divine or Zion Lack. Just get that microphone ready. With Metal Netta, I'm Song Jetty. A Ujahu, a Saw Imhotep. Y'all probably timid still on them Bobby Hemmett teachings. I'm in Gozy with the DNA. Cats corny and it's killing me too. You talk that black shit, but you look Arab like Gorilla Hebrew. You need therapy, they telling me just chillin', be cool. I'm a magi archer, you a sad guy talking. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh.